Hello and welcome to my stream. Tonight we play more of Cosmic Star Heroine, and the last time we finally got to Astria's hideout, which was located in a very cool place. It was located underwater. It was in a sewers or water system power plant of some sort, and we had to check that place, and then we took an elevator down, and then in the basement, or like in their hideout, we've met their leader, which was how was her name again? Arit. There we go. Which was Arit, and she was a very cool leader because she showed appreciation for all of the members of Astria, or like the terrorists. So she cared for everybody, and she even joined our party because while we were there having that conversation and meeting, the agency and director Steele, they knew about our encounter. So they kind of decided to attack and invade the underwater facility. And she kind of joined us to help us to fight the invaders, right? To fight the agents. And we were able to do it, even though we had to split our party into two different teams, because one team was pretty much taking care the of the facility itself, while the other team was preparing to kind of fix the barriers, or like the shields we had for upcoming attacks, because as it was a very fragile location, because you were underwater, so any problem that happens can be fatal. They had to take care of the security of those shields and barriers from missiles and any attacks from outside, which were happening thanks to the agency that was trying to trap us in there. So part of our party was taking care of the system of the security of the location. And then we were able to do that. We were able to kind of fix the shields. Although we also had to kind of have some sort of, let's say, emergency escape. Because in the end, if I remember it correctly, because it's been 2 weeks, in the end we kind of destroyed the the hideout, or like the secret location, because we got seriously attacked. But at least we were able to be saved. Like, we were able to escape safely. But we had to do that self-destruction in there in the end, right? But the shields were able to prevent us from also dying during that invasion. It was something around those lines. But yes, everybody was saved, but not the location. And now we have a new plan, because we gotta go after this one doctor, or I'm not sure if it was a doctor or a very rich person. I have those two ideas in my mind. But we have to find this important person that developed, maybe he was like a scientist, that developed a technology that could stop the mind controlling device. The mind controlling device that the agency was trying to get, the technology that we learned about its plan or its evil plots, and then we stole that technology from them, and then we have it now, but we gotta do something about it and prevent the agency to get it back. But we are going after this one contact that Arit told us about, and this person seems to be located in a new planet, I think, that's called Nulup, or at least he was from Nulup. But the correct spot we'll be going after is called Las Rocas. So tonight I'm planning to go to this place, explore, visit it, and see if I can meet this one person that seems to know how to counter the mind controlling technology that could be horrible for this game's world, right? So that's what I kind of remember. We had an invasion. We were saved, although the facility was destroyed. We got a new party member, which was Arit, the leader of the terrorists, and we'll go after this guy. So let's see how is it going to go tonight. I gotta first say that my computer is is not looking very good tonight, so I hope that everything works out well, but in case I have a disconnection or something like that, it is probably because of my computer having one of those days. But I will see if I can be careful about like quick changes in the streaming here, so I don't force it too much or overdo it, and then it freezes out of nowhere, and then I have a serious problem with my stream. But hopefully it'll be alright. Hello, Hori, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Let me go to the game then. I know that I'm starting it a little bit later than usual, but part of it was because I was trying to get my setup in here ready for the stream, because my computer is not really looking that great. Oh, by the way, last time I wasn't streaming because I got sick. It was a combination of things actually. I got sick and I had an anime event going on in my neighborhood that I really wanted to go. And in the end I went there even sick, but by the time I got back home I was destroyed. Like I had no energy, my health went down or bad again, and I got a fever, my throat was burning, so I had no ways on streaming, and I really pushed hard on myself to get to that event, but it was nice. I was a little bit disappointed about the connections that I have made in there. I wish they were like, friends in potential, but at least it was fun. Hey Victor, what's up, man? Pretty good, if I might say so. There we go. Yes, I'm feeling alright too, because I was sick, so as I recovered, or I'm almost fully recovered, it feels great to have my energy back to me. But I don't know if in where you guys live, if there is some sort of flu season going on. But here in Brazil there is one, and I believe that's what I got. I haven't tested myself, so it could have been COVID as well, but I wanna believe it was a flu. And everybody has been getting sick in here, even with protection, because I have been leaving home still wearing masks. So I don't know how is it in there where you live, but be sure to be careful, because this flu got me, and it was not fun. Yeah, it was not fun at all. I had fever for 3 days, and after the fever ceased, I had to deal with a sore throat for like more 3 days or something, so it was very annoying. Not this hemisphere. We've got a skin cancer season now. Seriously? Are you saying it because of summertime? Yeah, in here I have my sweater because we are getting to winter time. But yeah, this flu was not fun. Skin cancer also doesn't sound fun at all, so wear some sunscreen. But yeah, that flu got me bad this week, which was very unfortunate because I really wanted to attend this one anime event healthy, so I would be like more energetic to meet people and make new friends and everything. But considering my situation, I still did a good job. I just got unlucky that the people I ended up meeting in there, after the event, they were, not that interested in developing a friendship with me. At least I didn't feel that back that much. So I also gave up on that. But now I know that that event happens in every 3 months. So in August, there is going to be another one, and I'll go there again trying to make new friends. Yeah, it's getting hotter with every day. That's good. Even though in here it's been getting close to winter, the days have been very pretty. Like today we had a very beautiful day, or like there were almost no clouds. And I can't say like it was very, very cold. Like it's cold for me, but definitely it's not cold for other people, like if you live in a colder country. But as I'm like super weak to cold, if the temperature drops a little, I already feel like crazy and then I need some sweaters. But the days have been very beautiful. Yesterday was also a pretty day. I went to the park too. But I'm happy to hear you guys have been having some beautiful days in there. I mean, it's hot, but I hope you can be enjoying that time, right? Or like going to the beach or going outside. Oh yes, as I'm loading the game, by the way, everything might be slow because this happened last time as well. Um, the Heart of Astria. Okay, our chapter today is Relics and Rackets. Rackets? Are we playing tennis tonight? Victor, by the way, I have been watching this one anime called Summertime Rendering, speaking on summer, right? I highly recommend Summertime Rendering, by the way. It's one of the animes of this season. This season does have some great animes. I'm enjoying at least 3 of them. I'm enjoying this one, Summertime Rendering. I'm also enjoying Spy Family, which is pretty much the most hyped anime I believe. Like, everybody has been checking it out, and it has a lot of quality. I still gotta watch the last episode, which was out yesterday. I still haven't watched it. And I'm also enjoying Ya Boy Kongming, which is a very crazy mix of music with Chinese war. But it does work, and it's very fun. I'm enjoying those 3 animes. Oh yeah, and also Tomodachi Game. I forgot about that. I'm also watching Tomodachi Game. But Victor, if only you liked animes, man, because Summertime Rendering is one of those animes that are mind-blowing. You are not sure of what's going on, and all sorts of crazy plot twists are happening in there since episode 1. And it's something that I'm recommending to everybody that liked Dark, and I know Victor liked Dark a lot. But you don't like animes, right? You don't watch animes, so it feels sad because I wish you could be watching it too. So this is the... oh yeah, this is the ship that the agency used to attack us while we were in that underwater secret base. And then in our escape, we ended up invading their ship and taking control over it ourselves. So basically we stole their ship. I forgot about this. So let's do some exploration in here also so I can refresh my memory because I gotta remember this game. But I'm noticing that my computer is still a little bit slow, so I gotta be careful. I missed the Leviathan, but this place will do. Oh yeah, Leviathan was the name of the secret base or the hideout. Yeah, my computer is still slow. I have traveled on this ship before. The atmosphere is a bit lighter without steel, I must say. Hey, Subaru, what's up, man? Subaru, I have something to show you. By the way, I just got an achievement out of nowhere. It's called Friendship. But I didn't do anything. I just boot up the game, talked to Sue, and then I got an achievement for like interacting. That's nice though. I'm surprised. Maybe something else happened last time and then I kinda logged off the game or Steam and then they saved this achievement for tonight. But I just got an achievement out of nowhere. It sounds kinda cool. Victor, it's very mind-blowing, man. If only you liked animes. I wish I could talk about the story or the plot, but I'd rather not, right? I think it's better if whoever watches this and takes my advice or recommendation to watch this anime jumps into it without knowing anything, because that's what happened to me and that's what I did to Yoda as well. Yoda was here last time and I told him to like, Yoda, trust my recommendation, watch this without knowing anything, and he actually watched I think 5 episodes while I was streaming and he loved it too. It's freaking addicting. Though lately you have only watched comedy stuff. I have a feeling you told me that before. Was it South Park? Because you and Ultras love South Park, right? I have been too tired to watch anything that demands attention lately. Sabaru, sorry if I'm mistaken, were you learning Japanese? No. The person that was learning Japanese was Sirtaki. Yeah, Sirtaki was learning Japanese. Although Sirtaki has been more active on Discord, not really on the channel anymore or on the streams. Hori, did you change your username by the way? Your memory is getting worse? No, mine as well, don't worry about that. But Sirtaki was the one learning Japanese, yeah. Were you Mitsuka by any chance? Because I remember Mitsuka stopped by here last time, telling me that he changed his username, but I'm not certain if you were him or something. Okay, there we go. So that's you. Okay, I had a suspicion, but I'm still not used to your new username then. So we're saying that's an achievement with 1 week of delay, 2 weeks of delay, right, Samaru? Because I didn't play this game last week. Oh, you kept the... Oh, yes, there we go. Now I get the old M, right? There we go. This made me think on that one Metroid game that's called The Other M. But in your case, it's Hori, the old M. That's a good advice. I will be able to remember it easier or easily next time. I haven't watched South Park in a while. I have mostly watched British comedy shows lately, like what? Like Community or something? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, man. Last time I was sick and I went to the anime event. It was a good... Okay, I will talk a little bit about the anime event then, before jumping into the game. It was a very good opportunity to meet people. I ended up meeting actually more people than what I thought. But in the end, I only got 2, let's say, contacts, or like 2 phone numbers. Maybe you guys will think that I overreacted, but I will tell you what happened. Unfortunately, like I said, I went there sick, but I really didn't want to miss it out. And as it happened during like lunchtime until the night, and in the morning I was feeling a little bit better about my fever. Not too much better about my throat, but I still went there anyway. I decided to go. And then, in case I felt worse, I could go back home because it was very close to home. It was in my neighborhood, which was also very surprising that I was going to an event that close to home. It never really happens. I always need to take like buses and stuff. So I really liked how close that one was. And in there I went wearing my Haikyuu shirt. I have showed that shirt on stream one of these days, which was from that volleyball anime that I also highly recommend. It's fantastic. And luckily my strategy when I bought that shirt worked. Because my plan was to like get some people to notice or to recognize that shirt and interact with me because of it. And then in there, I had at least 3 or 4 people like stopping me to talk to me about the shirt. And one of these people was the person that made me accompany for most part of the event. And it was great, like we talked a lot about all sorts of things. It was a very nice person. And we shared phone numbers, so I was like hoping we could continue the friendship after. But then I will already say what happened. When I got home, I messaged the person, I sent the pictures I took, and I said that I was glad about meeting that person and everything. And then if there is something that's very disappointing, in my opinion at least, is when you kinda show appreciation for somebody, and the person reads the message but doesn't answer. So that's what happened, and I was like, seriously, this is happening to me in day 1? Like, after such a good moment and conversation we had during the anime event, like this person is not really saying like thanks for hanging out with me, or like I had a good time too or something after I was so thankful about what happened. I was like, I'm sorry, but if you're not like showing any return, like in day 1, I can't. So I already blocked the person. Maybe I overreacted, but you know, I felt it was a little bit unpolite of the person to read it and not say anything. And I even waited for some more hours hoping for any response, and nothing happened. So I was like, this is not what I'm looking for. So I blocked the person. And then the other contact I got, also thanks to the shirt, because the person was like, I can't believe you have a Haikyuu uniform and everything. But then this person I haven't really talked too much, also because of the situation. Like, it was a very quick meeting, but we shared the phone numbers because the person was interested in getting the shop. I ordered the shirt, and I was interested in an anime the person was recommending me to watch, which, by the way, I started watching yesterday, and it's freaking awesome. Because the person was saying, no, if you liked Haikyuu that much, you should watch this other anime. The person was right. Like, that anime has been fantastic. I'll probably be binging it this week. It's called Yowamushi Pedal. Yeah, Yowamushi Pedal. It's a very weird name, but it's about cycling. Can you believe it? There are animes even about cycling. And it does feel a lot like Haikyuu, which is a volleyball anime, because it has charisma. It shows passion for the topic they discuss or they talk about, like in this case cycling. You end up learning a lot about the sport, and it is actually very fun and high. Like, they do have a great storytelling, the characters are very fun as well. So I'm already addicted to it. It's freaking easy to binge. And it has the same passion and energy that Haikyuu had. Even though by just like checking the summary, someone would say, oh, a cycling anime, that sounds so boring. I swear to God it's not. And I got to the conclusion that even if somebody creates an anime of any crazy topic, for example, oh, it's an anime about cleaning bathrooms, but if that anime shows passion and charisma, it's going to hit, it's going to work. And yeah, this one, Yowamushi Pedal, is amazing. And I'm still only in season 1, and it has, I think, 3 seasons so far. And I'm loving it. But yeah, this person recommended me that anime, but when I got home to like share messages, it was only that, right? I got the anime name, and I told the person about the store where I bought my Haikyuu uniform. And then after that, there was nothing else to talk, so, you know. But still, it was great, because why? Because I even interacted with more people in there, especially while playing Mario Kart Wii. I don't know if you guys have played Mario Kart Wii that much, but Mario Kart Wii surprised me on something. It surprised me on an item it has that I had no idea that item was part of a Mario Kart game. It's probably one of the worst items ever in a Mario Kart game. I'm talking about a lightning cloud. That was the first time I noticed that item in my life. It's such a bad item. Like, it's an item that it's going to struck you with a lightning in case you don't pass the cloud to another player. But you need to like hit another player's car or cart in order to make that change, right? So, and it's hard. So if you take too long, the lightning is going to struck yourself, or it's going to hit you. So like, what the hell were Nintendo or the developers thinking when they created that item for Mario Kart, right? But yeah, playing Mario Kart was fantastic. I did interact with lots of people in there. And I know that next time I should try to maybe, I don't know, do something or take an initiative of like, hey, it was fun to play with you, should we hang out for the rest of the event together or something? I only didn't do that, even though there were at least 3 people that were very nice and then I would like to like hang out with them. Because I had that other person that I spent the most of the time in the event already, right? So that was the situation, but unfortunately the person didn't reply me in the first day with like anything. So I was like, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that are interested. I mean, I'm not saying that I will, for example, I don't know, not have any patience towards sharing messages with others. I'm just saying that the feeling was off, because in the event we had such a very good share and interaction, and then when I got home it felt completely the opposite, right? So something was weird in there, so I was like, no, maybe I had the wrong impression, or like this is not going to work out, so I decided to like stop things right there. But if it were like a more cold interaction when we were in person, then I could understand or be more patient. Anyway, but the event was great, and I'm planning to return there in August, when we are going to have another edition, right? Keeping up appearances, QY, not going out, etc. I haven't heard of those shows, man. I haven't heard of any of them. Also, hello Yoda, what's up, man? I was just telling Victor how much I wish that he could be watching animes, so he could also check out Summertime Rendering. I remembered watching the first season of it a long time ago. Oh, did you watch the freaking Yowa Mushi Paddle? It's freaking good, yeah. Man, Yoda, I'm surprised you like or you have a very good knowledge of all of the animes I talk about, even Yeah Boy Kongmin. His girlfriend took his phone and deleted your message. Actually, I don't think he got a girlfriend, at least it didn't sound like it. And it was a very interesting person, actually. I will tell you why. It's because he was feeling regretful because he didn't attend the anime event dressed up like a maid. Yeah, he wanted to go there dressed like a maid. And there was even a maid cafe in the anime event too. So he was like saying, man, I regret not coming as a maid, you know? I was like, okay, do your thing, you know? No judgment. But maybe next time he will go there dressed as a maid. I have the feeling I will end up meeting this person again. Because I think he said that he would attend the next edition. Although, like I said, I felt like he was not corresponding to what we had in the day of the event, right? I felt that it was a little bit disrespectful or like unpolite for like read my message and not say a word, even though I was like saying thanks for everything, and you know, I was very kind and glad that we had that time in there in the anime event. But then the person was like cold, stone cold. I'm like, nope, let's move on. And then yesterday, by the way, I went to the parking here for a Pokemon Go meeting. And I also interacted with more people in there, the Pokemon Go players. But then the problem is that I realized that, again, these people are somewhat cold. Like, and that's something that I have been noticing a lot, actually. It's so sad that there are topics or things that can connect people together, for example, Pokemon Go or anime, but people are limited into like only staying into that comfort zone. So basically yesterday I went there for the first time, but thankfully this one Pokemon Go reunion, because it was the community day of Pokemon, it was the Geodude community day, right? So it's something that will happen every month. So every month, probably this group of players will be gathering in the park to be playing Pokemon Go together. So thankfully, this one thing will have a frequency of happening. So it's easier for you to like meet people when you have repeated meetings, right? And then people will get more used to each other. So I have that hope that like because I will be having there more times and meeting the same faces, things could have a change with time. But I also noticed that people are very limited into that universe, which makes me sad because I wish I could like break the barriers and say like, oh, you like Pokemon Go? Me too, but I also like video games, movies, anime, hanging out, going to the shopping mall, nature. Should we do those things together, you know? That's what frustrates me. Like I wish people could be more open to other people, basically. So I felt they were very coldish. We did have some talks about other topics because I was kind of pressing them into the other topics to see about their other interests. But let's see. It's like a blank page in a blank book, anything can happen, I hope. At the very least, I'll be meeting other people once per month for playing Pokemon Go, which is not too bad. But yes, I have had those adventures in the past 2 weeks. But I'm still like hoping that I can get to somebody that's like, you know, more interested basically into living a friendship. Oh, also by the way, that one friend that I was dealing with like a lot of disappointment and everything, we had another talk, and I think that things will be better. I'm still waiting for like actions and changes, like big changes. But regarding our conversations and things we have told each other, I now have more hopes about our friendship. Yes, we kind of have settled things, and I pretty much heard things I had to hear, so I could feel more safe, and um, and I could rely more on him as well, right? Because before it, I was feeling that I was the only one fighting for this friendship to work, but now I believe he has, or he has been getting a click that he's also needs to take part of this friendship too, right? And I have been seeing tiny changes already, even though if it's only on spoken messages, not really like actions, but I have gotten answers that gave me more trust or beliefs that things will be better. So at least this one friendship, I believe it will work into an evolution, or like to work into something greater, and I won't lose it, right? Like I was considering before. So things are alright towards that too. And I'm motivated. Like I will keep on exploring and finding new events to go, more activities, because opportunities are happening. As you could see, I ended up talking to new people. I ended up sharing even phone numbers. I just need one person to like show real interest back, right? When that happens, I will grab that person's hand and I will be like, let's be friends. But I'm still fighting for that. I'm not surprised. They are British shows, not as widespread as American shows, but way better. They are all classics. Seriously? Yes, I'm not very into like, or like a big fan of comedy shows. I used to, especially movies. In the past, comedy was like my favorite movie genre. But I don't know what happened to me. I became a drama person, or like I ended up liking thrillers as well, sci-fi, and I don't know. Maybe also because of my life experience that got more dramatic in general. I ended up getting a taste into things that are also more dramatic. Something around those lines. But Yoda, haven't you finished watching the Yowamushi Paddle anime? You should go back to it, man, because I'm planning to finish it. I have traveled on this ship before. The atmosphere is a bit lighter without steel, I must say. Oh, by the way, guys, I haven't been much on the news in general regarding series, animes, movies, games, or anything like I used to, because I have been dealing with my personal life. I have been dealing with getting the PC. By the way, those that are not in the Discord channel, I pretty much bought all of the PC parts but one. I still haven't bought the cabinet, or like the PC case, but I have settled it with a shopping reel, so I'm just waiting for it to come there, or like to arrive in there, so I can go there and get it. But I have my monitor like next to me, my new monitor. I will try to show it to you. Let me. I hope this doesn't break the stream, but I'll try. Give me a second in here. Okay, I think I'm alright. I will get this webcam. There we go. And if I do this, you can see the new monitor. Look at it. The best thing about this monitor is that it's like a monolith from 2001 A Space Odyssey, because you can freaking turn it into 90 degrees. And then I was reading that like this is perfect for streaming, because this is a channel where we chat too much, right? So like people send texts and texts to me, and then I need to follow up the chat in here. So imagine having a monitor like that with only the Twitch chat. It's perfect. I don't need to scroll anything back or do such a thing. The only problem is that I'll be like, this idea won't work right now because I'll be playing on that monitor. Like, the monitor that will become the chatting monitor is my actual monitor, which is this one, right? Look at you guys right there. So yeah, like this is the new monitor, my monolith from 2001 A Space Odyssey. I loved when I realized it's that. And it's so easy to move it. It also has angles to adjust as well. I just don't want to mess it too much right now. I got my new keyboard and the new mouse in here too. They are very simple. It's from a normal brand and nothing very expensive or like professional or something. But I also got all of the other parts, and I have been giving updates about it on the Discord channel as I get the parts, right? If you guys want, I can go get the parts and show them off in here, but I kind of did that already on the Discord. So I got the power supply, I got the graphics card, the motherboard, the SSD and HDD, which are for the storage. I got the air cooler, the memories, and I got a lot of things. It was a big work to go after everything and then buy everything and decide on the models and everything. But I gotta admit that the day that I went to Rio to visit the info shop in there, or the info center, and then visit not every, but like visit 6. I went to 6 shops in there, in that one big center, to like get information about what are you selling, what are the prices, do you have recommendations, is this going to work, and everything. It was so fun. It was way more fun than what I thought. And I was feeling like I was a kid in an amusement park. I even forgot that I was in the center or in the downtown of Rio while visiting that info center. It was surprisingly fun, even though I struggled to learn all of the parts and all of the models, and I was so new into this PC gaming universe, and then I had to learn everything by my own, basically. That day made it worth it, because it was freaking fun to like talk to the sellers and share information about, hey, I plan to get this one motherboard, do you think it's good or do you think it's nice? And then people were saying, oh, you actually studied well because this motherboard is this, that, and that, and then the thing you are planning will work out, or like maybe you should go for this other brand and not this one. It was super fun. I had such a blessed day. I went back home smiling on how great it was. Also because I was having interactions with people, so it was super fun. And then I need to go back there later because I need to get this one PC case, right? I just hope that it comes exactly like I planned, or as exactly like I settled with the seller. And then once I get it, I'll show you guys. It has like many RGB fans as well to help on the ventilation, but also in the looks. So I think it's going to look awesome. Yes, I think I will return to it. Koumei is first on the list at the moment. Koumei, do you mean Kongming? Oh yeah, Paripi Koumei, right? Yeah, there we go. It's because in English it is Ya Boy Kongming. But haven't you started Koumei or Kongming? I'm loving it, by the way, especially the music. I'm super addicted to the opening and the ending of that, especially the opening. Best opening of the season, in my opinion. But yeah, that was a small talk about the new computer. As I'm still waiting for the processor, I'm still waiting for the new mic. The new mic is cool as well, guys. I can't wait to show that to you. And I'm also waiting for this cabinet or like PC case. I still can't assemble it. I'm going to get everything, bring it, or bring it all to the info center of my city, not the one in Rio. And then they're going to assemble it in there. I have already talked to the people in there. And today I also ordered the last thing I believe I'll be ordering about this computer, which were 2 new controllers. One controller will be like this one, it's like a PS2 fake controller, right? And the other one will be a SNS USB controller, but it's not original, of course. It's like a Chinese brand or something. But those 2 new controllers, I hope they will be helping me with the other games we'll be playing. And this is the reason why I ordered new controllers, because it's still having some problems on my analog stick in here. But thankfully I know how to fix it, right? There we go. This must be the room that Director Skill conducted meetings in. But yes, I was going to say before entering this PC gaming talk, I was going to say that even though I haven't checked the news on multiple topics, I realized today that June is almost by, right? And even though we won't be having an official E3 conference, we'll be having the Summer Games conference, right? Or Summer Games Fest, which probably will take the place of an E3. And it's very close by, so I'm very excited for that. We will probably be getting news on many games, especially Nintendo games. Who knows, even Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, right? When you're ready to go to your next destination, inspect the main central terminal and pick a place. In here? So we can go to Areanu or Rhomu. Oh yes, I need to go to Rhomu, right? This new place, Las Rocas, was in Rhomu. But we are not traveling right now, I need to finish exploring. We also need to go back to Areanu because that Freedom Plaza place is still got mysteries for me to solve or to uncover. There we go. They even had a raffle that I want to know if I won the raffle. I can't believe we hijacked this thing, yeah. Let's talk to Chon right here. Woo, we made it! I can't believe Steel was willing to destroy this and some of the people on it just to get to us. Somebody's saying a lot of things we kinda... Wait. Okay, a lot of things that the wait was big was already released. So probably they will have less games to show this June or like in the upcoming gaming conferences. I'm not sure. For example, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Maybe they will invest some time on it. Because, I mean, Breath of the Wild 2 was delayed to next year. But I still can hope they could give us a little bit more about that game. But Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has... or they haven't been delayed, right? So it's still a game for this year, and we have only had one single trailer about it. So I'm thinking or hoping that Nintendo could give us a lot of focus on those 2 Pokemon games this E3, and in my opinion that could be a blast. But Subaru is hoping that we can get more of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Is it still Part 2? That Yuffie thing was only like a DLC, right? Or like some I don't know, minor extra of the game, wasn't it? But you were right, it's still only part 2. They were planning it to have like 4 parts, right? Damn, they are going slow. Or Final Fantasy 16, I still can't I still can't believe that I was very hyped for Final Fantasy 16, even though it looks very medieval. But I think I liked it because of that, because it was a new era, a new take on the other Final Fantasy games they were going or doing lately, right? Kind of scary to think we trusted him for so long. Anyway, Arit mentioned something that could counter the mind control device, right? Yeah, that's what we are looking for. Someone on Rhomu might have it. Oh yes, Saber, I told you that I had something to show you. Let me do that again, but let me see if my computer will be okay. Well, this is part of the full talk of the night, by the way. I don't know why, but this week I went to the grocery store, and I felt like, having a decrease of quality in my food habits, basically. But it's just for a moment. I won't keep this. I won't keep it going. I will go back to healthier things for sure. But I have been going through a phase of like, let's eat some, some bad things a little bit more. And I have summer's most traditional dinner in here. Because I cooked some hot dogs. And my hot dogs, or at least the ones in Brazil, they normally are cooked with like tomato or like a tomato sauce with green peppers, onions, and then some other spices in there like pepper, oregano, and then this one also has cilantro and basil. So yes, I have hot dogs, and I normally don't eat that, but this week I really felt like going for it. And I had hot dogs yesterday, and then after the stream I'll be eating this as well. So I wonder, Subaru, have you been having more hot dogs in there? Subaru is saying that it's sliced, so would it still be a hot dog? I would say so. I mean, it's still sausage, right? I know that the traditional hot dog in the US is like let's say a single piece of sausage. It's not sliced. But I think there should be no difference, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in here, Yoda, but it's still a hot dog, right? Oh yeah, the bread, I'm not going for a regular hot dog bread or bun. I'm going for a baguette. Yes, at least in the bread it could be healthy because I went for a whole wheat baguette. Yeah, so the bread is healthy, not the content or the filling. Yes, actually now I will need to go for white bread or actually whole wheat white bread. Yeah, that's how I'll be eating that rest of hot dog right there because the baguette I ate it uh, earlier today as well. I finished it. So now I only have whole wheat white bread. Somebody saying that the Yuffie thing was a DLC that happened in Midgar after Cloud and his friends has left Midgar. I see. So Yuffie went to Midgar after they left it, and then they will meet up later when they are going to her city, right? Her village. Somebody saying if it doesn't have the bread, then it would be weirder to call it as a hot dog. Yeah, right. But then, I mean, in Brazil, we would still, at least I would still be calling it hot dog. Like in the Portuguese word for it, cachorro quente, right? It's still hot dog to me. But then it's cultural, so I'm not sure if, like, in the US, people would just refer to it as, like, sausage if you don't have the bread. But Here in Brazil, I would still refer to it as a hot dog. Yes, it's been very cold lately, Subaru. So he has been eating more of like a noodles, because it's like hot and comfy. I had soup, right? And actually, I gotta say, let me go back to the other screen. I gotta say that the soup I cooked last time or last week because I was sick was amazing. And if you guys ever cook a soup, here's my recommendation. Add lots of potatoes, because I believe that what made a very great taste to my soup was the potatoes. Man, I will definitely repeat the recipe I did. I had like carrots, potatoes, some green peppers, not much, onions, garlic, cilantro, and then I had this one Middle Eastern sauce mix, which was a mix of like garlic, pepper, and onions. So I kind of used it a little bit too to give it some more taste. Oregano and basil as well, but then those were dried oregano and dried basil. But that soup was so good, and I ate it for many days, and it helped me to stay stronger to fight this one flu I got. Without the bread, it would simply be a sausage with sauce, or like a tomato sauce, yes. But personally speaking, I would still refer to it as a hot dog. Maybe that's why, or maybe that's because I grew up hearing it like that thanks to my family. So basically, to me, the bread is not necessary for you to refer to it as a hot dog, but I know that the image or the culture is of it having a bread or a bun. But in my opinion, the most important thing in there in a hot dog is the sausage. So as long as you have the sausage prepared or cooked in the way that you could eat it with a bun, but then you don't have the bun, I think it still works. But this is just details, right, Subro? Like, in the end, it's sausage. It is not like a big deal. The shields are still recovering from escaping from that monster. Woo! I have always wanted to operate an elite API ship. But regarding the upcoming gaming news, I am very excited for new Pokemon news. I'm really hoping that Nintendo will give us something about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But man, the thing that would blow my mind is if we get some Persona 6 news. Or anything Persona actually. Give me more games for Steam, for example, or for the Nintendo Switch. Even ports. I'm down for that. Also, hi Ultras, what's up, man? As Ultras is in here, let me go back to the food talk again. I was just showing them, Ultras, that I had hot dogs yesterday, and I will be having it today too. But then the hot dogs I cook, they are sliced. I don't know if it's any common for hot dogs in there to be like sliced. I prefer it that way than having the single sausage, right? And then it has a tomato sauce with onions, tomatoes, of course, green peppers, dried oregano and dried basil, and some pepper as well. Oh yeah, and cilantro, but then this one is fresh cilantro. Sabri say that he's used to hot dogs having the bread together as the main ingredients. I mean, I get what you were saying. Like, yes, if you Google it, of course you'll be having the hot dog with the bun and like the complete piece, right? But I don't know. I don't mind calling that as a hot dog, even though it doesn't have the bun, or even if I'm eating it, I don't know, alone, like with a spoon without anything else. I could be mixing it with something else. For example, it could be a great pasta sauce, a great like sausage pasta sauce, or even with rice. Like some sausage with tomato sauce with rice is very good. Or even with mashed potatoes, right? Which is something common in São Paulo. People would slice a hot dog into beans or mac and cheese into beans. I mean, I can see people slicing the sausage into beans. But then, do you mean like also mixing the tomato sauce? So people do slice up the hot dogs, I see. And as Ultras is saying hot dogs, I think we can refer to sliced sausage as hot dogs too, because we were having this discussion in here, Ultras. Like, if you can only refer to hot dog as a hot dog if it has a bun, right? Or a bread. And in my opinion, it's not that necessary. Winners. Wait, is it winners or winners actually? I think it's winners, right? Winners and beans. Look up photo. I will. Oh yeah, they do mix them both. But the sauce is a little bit different, right? This one recipe that I'm getting, for example, for this one right here, they use barbecue sauce and brown sugar and then ketchup. Yeah, ketchup would give a taste close to the sauce I made, but it's not exactly the same. Although this looks very delicious, so I could see myself enjoying this a lot for sure. Here in Brazil, we have feijoada. I believe you probably have heard of it before, right? Outros, which is that black beans big dish full of different meat parts or like different cuts of meat, right? And it's very common for us to have some sort of sausage, but not like the same sausage as in hot dogs, into that dish. So I can have an idea of how this tastes for sure. But normally we pretty much bake the sausage with like the stew of that of those beans. Like it doesn't get any special treatment that would give it some taste of a hot dog per se, right? It just blends with the beans basically. While in there, I kind of give it the taste of what a hot dog tastes to be, which is like with a tomato sauce, with green peppers. I could also add some corns or some peas, something around those lines in there. While I don't think it would be something that common into a beans recipe. When I were a kid, I have the weird habit of eating the hot dog and bun separately. But then, wait, would you be eating the bun like without anything else? Not even the sauce? Because I love like spreading the liquid of that sauce on the bun, right? Or in the bun actually. And then even if it doesn't get the sausage per se, when it's like moist with that sauce, I think it's already good. But then the dry bun, Yoda, was that how you did it? It's usually the sweeter tomato sauce. Molasses in always in there. Molasses? What are molasses again? Oh yes, I made it before. Oh yeah, the feijoada, right? Yeah, it gets all sorts of different meat cuts. Maybe molasses is the word for those types of sausages, right? Never mind. It is like, oh, okay, it is a sweetener. I see. Yeah, that recipe had brown sugar. This is like a sugar sort of syrup, right? Yeah, that's a molasses. Oh yeah, Ultros, by the way, I'm planning to buy mushrooms. Yes, I found the spot in the market that sells the mushrooms. I just don't know which one to buy and what to do with them. So give me an advice, like what is the mushroom that you think or that you wanna bet that I would like eating, and what can I do with it? Because I found this section and I looked at it, but I was like, I don't know what to do now. So I will ask Ultras, Emily, and the others what I need to do regarding the mushrooms, because I'm planning to buy the mushrooms for the first time, the fresh mushrooms. But then I need to also know what to do with them. A mushroom stroganoff, I can try. Yes, I have had chickpeas stroganoff, which was the first time I ate stroganoff, by the way, and I loved it. I can try a mushroom stroganoff. Yes, I'm down for that. So, what is the mushroom type I should be buying? Is it shiitake? Is it something else? I don't know the names of the mushrooms, by the way. Brown cremini. I will search for that, but can you give me more options? I don't know if I will find that specific one. Brown cremini. Like button mushrooms? Huh. Let me Google. Brown cremini? I was expecting a more, I don't know, familiar name for the mushroom. Like shiitake or something. I also noticed. Oh, okay, okay. Man, that's the. Okay, so cremini is actually the most common mushroom in Brazil. It is the champignon. Here we call it as champignon. But the thing is that when I normally see it, uh, like in recipes or when I normally find it, it's pickled. It's like pickled cremini. So I have had pickled cremini before because it's the most common way of eating mushrooms here in Brazil. So basically, you want me to buy the fresh version of it. I will look for it, yes. If I want a recipe, shiitake works too, but they are not big. I want to believe they will have that, but I'm not sure now. Yeah, champignon, right? Yes, that's the most common in here, but normally the pickled ones. My sister, for example, loves the pickled champignon. So cremini. I mean, you can give me the recipe because I don't think it's going to be complex, right? You just need to slice the mushrooms, probably fry them with something, and then add some heavy cream with ketchup. It is something around those lines, isn't it? Oyster mushroom, that's funny. Like cremini, shiitake, or oyster mushroom. You can also put that on pizza. Yes, Ultras baked a mushroom pizza actually a couple weeks ago. It could be a suggestion. I was thinking about either going for the pizza or for a pasta because those are two things I know how to do. But then Ultras is give me a new option that I also feel like trying, which is the stroganoff. But Yoda, here when you have a mushroom pizza, normally it gets the pickled cremini. So I want to try something with the fresh mushrooms. I forgot to say that in the same market, I also found a tiny container of fresh blueberries. And that's the problem though, it was tiny. If it were a little bit bigger, I could consider buying it for the price it had. But maybe someday. Maybe someday I pay for the freaking 16 reais for like a tiny container of blueberries, but at least it's fresh. So I could be having the fresh blueberries, not the frozen ones I bought in the past. So you salted them in butter. That's the first. That's the first change I will be doing. I think I will salted them in margarine, but I don't think it's going to change that much, right? With onions, then you add flour. Okay, I didn't know you would use flour into a stroganoff. And then some vegetable broth. And then you stir that and let it get thick. And then you can add 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I will go for heavy cream. Yeah, the stroganoff recipe in Brazil goes for heavy cream. 1 tablespoon of Dijon, so it's mustard. Then fresh thyme, salt and pepper. Not a ketchup in there? And then I can have it with rice and farofa. 60 reais is $15 Canadian. Wait, I said not 60. 16. Yeah, it's 16. So it's like something close to $4, I guess. Maybe $3 to $4. Don't worry, I got it was time. Yes, don't worry. I could understand it. Flour just like 1 tablespoon. It's so little. I'm surprised there is no ketchup in there. I could swear that like stroganoff got ketchup. Don't worry, man. I'm understanding your messages and your typos. Don't worry about that. But it's so easy. You see, it is so freaking easy. So I can go for mustard. I actually, Ultras, do you think this would work? I bought a honey mustard mix as well. Could I go for that instead of Dijon? I bought this to eat my salads with this, and also the sesame, right? Sesame seeds that I still have as well. Yeah, it's for $20. It's not too expensive, but it's just a single container. That's what's the problem. Wait, seriously? It's that expensive in there? The smallest thing of blueberries is usually 3 point... Really? But you can find between $1 to $3 on sale? Jesus, it is expensive even in there. Oh, this wouldn't work? Okay, so I'll need to buy the Dijon mustard. I will. I will do that, yes. And then you were confirming me that it doesn't get ketchup. I'm mind blown, but sure. So I'll go after the cremini mushrooms and the Dijon, yes. That's a picture. I'm a little bit scared to open it now because my computer is a little bit bad. So I will pass this time, man. But I got the idea. Flour, butter, margarine will be okay, right? The Dijon and the mushrooms and onions and some vegetable broth. Yes, vegetable broth. I think I'll go with like some tomato, right? Because I believed that stroganoff gets some tomato somewhere. That's where I got the idea of. Oh, and also potato chips. Do you guys eat stroganoff in there with potato chips? Because in here it's super common. Those potato sticks, right? Those chips are like sticks. I will show you. Yeah, this is a traditional Brazilian stroganoff dish. It gets rice, the stroganoff, and some potato sticks right there that are chips. So I will buy that as well. Well, since we are still on the food talk, let me finish showing you what I have got as well. Some of the one of the things in here is like a repeated item, but I always like to bring it up. But I also bought some panettone, and this one is like it's from the supermarket bakery, so it's not like a high quality one, but they were freaking cheap. This freaking thing was like $1.20. So I bought three already because I'm addicted to panettones, right? And it's like a big bread that gets raisins and some dried fruits or candied fruits. Very common in Christmas in here, but also during the rest of the year you can find them for very good prices, and then in Christmas they raise the prices. Yeah, so I bought this homemade panettone as well. I love its smell, it has a vanilla-like smell. Not the best brand, so it's a little bit dry as you can see, but I don't mind it because I paid little for it and I still love it. Any recipe for the mushroom style one doesn't have tomato. Huh. But you can certainly add whatever you think that will make it more enjoyable for me. You were saying that I should have a vegetable broth. Is it not like a tomato broth? Or is it just like the onions you said? The only potato sticks that... Wait, the only potato sticks like that people sell in there are the hickory sticks, which are those but barbecue sweet smoky. Ooh. I would love to try those. Man, I don't have those potato sticks with the barbecue taste in them, but I wish I had now. Yeah, those sticks are great for like dishes like that. Also hot dogs. We were talking about hot dogs. Oh yeah, Ultras. No, wait, I showed it to you, right? Yes, I showed to you that I have the hot dogs in here. Those hickory sticks are also common in hot dogs in here. But then they are not barbecue flavored. I wish they were. Hi, Chill Mode. What's up, man? Yo, Brazilian hot dog, it's good, right? Let me show you a picture. Yeah, look at them. Those sticks are back. I just wish my camera had a better focus when things are close, or at least my phone. But it's like not focused at all. But those hickory sticks are very common here. Wait, let me finish showing the things I got as well. Since Easter, there is this one thing in me that has been making me crave a freaking chocolate cake from time to time. So I finally bought a chocolate cake mix because this chocolate cake will happen. I have been replacing this desire for a chocolate cake since Easter with like Brigadeiro that I showed on stream one of these days, if not last time. Also some brownies. I bought a brownie when I was in the streets. And then my friend, when I visited my friend, she baked a brownie as well. All of that happened me or helped me to like overcome this crazy desire for a chocolate cake. But now the day has come. This will happen. Let's see if next week I can come here with a chocolate cake, because I have been craving it so much. But I also found an ice cream mix, and this one is a lime ice cream. So I will see if this works. because I was like trying my own ice cream or popsicle recipes, and they were okay, but I found this product, so I want to test it. It seems that I only need to add some teaspoons of cold water in here and then mix it a lot and then put it in a container and wait for it to freeze. So I will test this ice cream mix as well, also because it is way cheaper than buying a freaking container of ice cream, right? So I want to see if this will work. And then I also got the honey mustard that I was showing because I love honey mustard. But I don't know how to make honey mustard myself because it never works. It ends up not getting the right texture when I mix honey with mustard, right? So better to have a dressing ready like that. Let me go back on the chat. I buy chicken broth for Ultras, or actually Ultras buys chicken broth for his stroganoff. Yeah, chicken broth will not work for me. I don't like chicken. Although chicken stroganoff is the biggest one in Brazil, it's my sister's favorite dish, by the way. It comes in a carton, but I know you don't. Yes, I only like barbecue smoked taste of meat. Like when it's grilled meat, like in a Brazilian barbecue, or when it's a hamburger. When it's not on that line or on that path, I probably won't like that meat. So I suggested vegetable broth. Yes, I will go for vegetable broth. That you can maybe buy in a carton. Oh, you mean buying a... I would rather make it myself, man. Because those vegetable broths on cartons are very full of chemicals and salt. It's like a heartache, or a heartache, right? A heartache like recipe, I think. But I will find a solution for that. Yes, triple hot dog stacks, that big stack. It looks good, but that is you American hot dog. Brazilian hot dog needs more sausage. Well, that's my Brazilian hot dog. Is that enough for you, chill mode? Although I have been eating it since yesterday, so I don't have more sausage than that. But I hope that's enough. A cooking stream when? Maybe someday though. Ultras has had his cooking stream. Ice cream bits. I think it is That's what I didn't understand about this thing though. It shows popsicles on the cover, on the front cover, but on the back it shows a container. So it's more like an ice cream, right, than popsicle. Maybe you can go both paths, but I think I will try the container one. Wait, you had another cooking stream, Ultras? Why didn't you tell me anything about it though? Man, anytime you have a cooking stream, please let me know. I would love to stop by. Ice Cream Bits, wonder what is that product? Yeah, I will be freezing that ice cream. More mustard, less honey. You don't like honey mustard that much, man? I wanna make the jalapeno Southwest Subway sauce. I saw that in the grocery market they sell the sriracha. Hopefully that's how it's called, a sriracha hot sauce. I have heard of it being big in the US, but I never tried it. But they sell it here. I just don't know if it's going to be too spicy for my taste, but everybody kind of says it's good. The jalapeno Southwest Subway sauce. Actually, it was thanks to Subway that I liked honey mustard. Yeah. A big time spicy toss on any dish. It feels easy to make delicious, but make healthy is a challenge. The Brazilian took over the hot dogs. It's like powder ice. It's kind of like a powder mix. I mean, ice cream mix, right? I'm not sure. I'm sorry I didn't remind you, but the VOD is highlighted. There we go. What were you cooking? Sriracha needs to find this one. I found it in this supermarket is great. They have all sorts of things, even though sometimes it's hard to spot them. Like I took forever to finally find the mushrooms, for example, the mushroom section. I also struggled. I also struggled to find the panetones. Yes, I struggled to find those, but the search was worth because they were only 6 reais, which was like $1.20. I bought 3 of those because I'm very addicted to them. So they have everything, even though you kind of need to browse and search, you know, but they have everything you are looking for. Sriracha got very popular in the last 15 years in there. I mean, 15 years is quite a time. I think it's... I was thinking it were... Or wait, maybe I should say I was thinking it was, right? I was thinking it was more recent than that. Like, maybe the past 7 years or 8 years. Honey mustard sesame? Yes, that's my strategy for my salad dressing. I bought spinach, so I think I will be having a spinach salad. Last week I was having arugula, and then this week I'll be having spinach. Before you only saw it in like the low-key Chinese restaurants. Sriracha big time hot sauce, beef lo mein, or lo mein, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and sweet and sour chicken. So you're having some meat dishes in there, right? I will check it out, man. I will check it out during this week. Even though those are not dishes that I would eat myself, I will see if I can get some tips on cooking or like on sauces maybe. That good flavor mix. Yes, I'm excited to try the spinach salad with the sesame seeds and that honey mustard dressing as well. And then outros, I will also let you know how it goes on my stroganoff or mushroom stroganoff recipe, because next time I go to the grocery, I'll definitely buy the... How is it called again? Cremini. The cremini mushrooms. And like I was expecting, cooking a stroganoff doesn't sound too hard, or it sounds quite simple actually. And then I will see if I can either take a picture and then post it on Discord, or depending on how much I cook, I can try saving a little bit, like I did with my hot dogs, and show it on stream, right? But I think I'll be definitely having the chocolate cake next time, because this cake must happen. I have been craving it so much. Alright, let me go back to the other screen. But what are you guys having for dinner? Summer was having some noodles today. It's been cold in Brazil, as you can see, thanks to my sweater. I mean, it's not too cold, but to stay more comfy and cozy, right? Why not wear some sweaters? Be right back. Speaking on food, you see? Chill Mode is there getting his food. You're getting some bread and stack meat in there. Oh, some sandwiches then. And then no yellow egg start jumping in the floor again. What? I can't believe we took the ship. They have some medical center right there. This is the deck access version 1.3. Welcome. Which area of the ship would you like to view? The bridge deck, the crew deck, or the lower deck? Let's go in order. Oh, okay. They have the elevator, the shop, the conference, the bridge, the cockpit, the research and development, and the medical. Okay. Then we have the lounge, the crew quarters, the mess hall. What the heck is a mess hall? And the observation deck. And in the lower, they have the armory, the elevator, the engineering, the server RM, and the shuttle. We'll be visiting them all tonight. Let's start with... Oh wait, it's research and what? I was asking myself what it meant. Research and development? Research and development, there we go. So I was saying that I didn't have many news to talk about, as I haven't been following up many news. But I saw that for some weird reason, Ugly Sonic is back. Like that ugly Sonic that caused the whole fuss on social media because everybody hated his looks for the Sonic movie. He has returned. He has returned for the Chip and Dale movie, which also I haven't watched. But I know that in case somebody watches that, be ready to re-encounter Ugly Sonic in it for some reason. Hi Emily, thank you so much for the resub. How's it going? Happy to see you here. You just missed the food talk, but I can show you everything again and have the food talk back for you. But I hope you have been doing great. Ultros has been having, or he had, grilled tortillas, with egg, bacon, cheese, salted peppers, and onions. And then a spicy mayo, kinda sauce he made. That's something else for me to try making myself as well, like mayo, right? Don't know if I will have the dexterity for that, because you kinda need to work with like the egg, right? Or the egg yolk or something. But I can try. It's something that I would like to try learning how to do. And then Mexican food, I still gotta try Mexican food as well. But egg, bacon, cheese, salted peppers, and onions, I would be down for that. Normally when people describe Mexican food to me, there is always some sort of meat. And then that's something also that kind of drives me off. The Mexican dishes in general. I know like there are options for vegetarians and stuff, but most times there is always some sort of meat. I like that yours is not like that. Like yours is like perfect to my taste. Oh, you wanted me to tag you when I started though? I was thinking you wanted me to like just tell you if I would be streaming or not. I'm sorry for that though. I was feeling like you wanted a confirmation. But I'm happy you did stop by. Somebody's saying, oh, Mess Hall, he thinks it's like a food plaza, but he's not sure. I was thinking it was more like a storage, like where people keep their mess in there, right? Something like that. We'll check it for sure to see what was it about. Emily, let me show you the food that I have here then. Back to the full cam. Thankfully the computer is not as bad as what I was thinking, even though the CPU is at 100% since the beginning of the stream. But it's not like freezing that much. So Emily, thank you for replying to the message. Yes, I was thinking you wanted me to confirm if I would be streaming or not. I kind of should have said something about I'm starting right now, but I also felt like you kind of know or have an idea of like the hours I start streaming. Wait, my computer is now reacting. Let me give it a sec. I was like complimenting it and then it finally decided to like complain, right? Wait, okay, the webcam is working, I just don't need to click on anything, because if I click on something right now, it's going bad. Yeah, even the chat disappeared, but it's going to show back. There we go. So, breathe in there, computer. Emily, yesterday I made some sausage or hot dogs, but then in here, I like them sliced. So, maybe it's not like the most common way of having it in there, but it's possible. Otros was giving me some dishes where people slice the sausages and they use it on like beans recipes, for example. And I need to try that because I'm more used to like eat this with rice or just like a normal hot dog with like a bun, right? And then I should try this with the mashed potatoes as well because that's something people do in São Paulo where summer lives, and I believe it's going to work greatly there. Or with like pasta, right? Yes, I also can eat this with pasta as like it becoming the pasta sauce. So I have that. I have panettone, the traditional Christmas like snack or bread in Brazil, but then it's not Christmas, which is great because this is cheaper when it's not Christmas. And I only paid $6 for this, which is like $1.20. And then I bought three because I'm freaking addicted to panettone. I will also show it without the plastic. But this is like it's like the supermarket's bakery brand, right? So it's not like a very great quality, but it does its job. It's like homemade, but it's good, especially for the price. And the smell is delicious. It's like a sweet smell of vanilla. It's super good. Maybe it's a little bit artificial, like the smell, but it's very good. You're doing good today? I am. Yes, I was sick last time. That's why I was not streaming. I'm not sure if I had COVID or the flu, but I think I had the flu. First, it struck me with fever for 3 days, and then like it started on Friday, and then the fever ceased on Monday. But after the fever stopped, I had a sore throat for like 2 or 3 more days, and then on Wednesday to Thursday I was feeling better. And yes, it was like almost a whole week while I was sick. Sometimes I may still cough a little, but overall I'm doing great, yes. Thankfully, my sister and also my friends, they told me about this one medicine that I never had in my life that was very good for, I don't know what's the word in English, but it was very good for sore throat, basically. And every time I was taking the medicine, my pain was decreasing. So it was even hard to swallow. That's how bad my throat got. But every time I was taking the medicine, my throat was feeling better, and then with time it could recover naturally, I hope. And then when I was feeling like almost fully recovered, the homeopathy or homeopathic, I'm not sure how to say this in English, medicine that my family normally uses got to my home. My mom went to the pharmacy or to the drugstore, and then she ordered those homeopathic medicines that I didn't have anymore at home, and then she sent it to me, and then now I'm taking that medicine instead because it's more light, or it's lighter than something more aggressive that I was taking before, right? And as I'm fully recovered, like very close to full recovered, I'm only taking that medicine that's more natural, it's more chill, and it's not going to make my body to like, I don't know, get a very strong impact, right? Because that's how homeopathy works, or homeopathic. I'm sorry if I'm saying the wrong word. It kind of helps your body to stay balanced, like into or under normal temperatures, and then it kind of fights a fever, for example. It kind of helps or supports your body to fight whatever is happening to it directly, instead of like being the let's say the medicine doesn't fight the problem directly. It basically helps your body so your body can be more prepared to fight it instead. So basically that's the idea. So after I started feeling better, I changed from something that was more aggressive, that was fighting the problem directly, into something that is going to help my body to like make it stronger, so my body itself can fight the problem directly, which is way more natural and healthy than what I was having earlier. But anyway, I'm feeling better, yeah. Thank goodness, it's good to have my energy back. It's still cold. As you can see, I'm wearing my sweater. So the flu season is still happening. Maybe I can get sick again because of the weather and everything. I hope not, because next month is June. I'm very excited to go out into the June parties, which, by the way, I'm sorry for those news, but maybe in the week of June 10th to June 13th, I may not stream. I need to see how is that going to be like, because it's going to be the weekend of like the June party here in my city, and my friends told me that information today, and I'm like, I'm going. So depending on how that goes, or if we go on Sunday and not on Saturday, we'll need to see how that goes. I may not be streaming on that weekend, on June 10th to June 13th, because I'll be eating everything they have in that freaking place. And I'll be honest, I may go there one day with my friends. I will see without bigger hopes if I can go there with that other friend that I was having fights, but I will kind of ask him to go there with me too. I don't know if he will be wanting to go, but I will test that out. But I think I'll go there more than one time because I have been crazy for that food. So I will go there. Maybe alone, by myself, I don't care. But at least for one day I'll be having my hometown friends with me because it's a tradition. We love to go there because they have delicious food for a very cheap price. I may take pictures, and in case I get something that I can bring home, I can try bringing it home and saving it for the moment I stream. I think last time I went there I brought carrot cake. Yes, I bought a slice of the Brazilian carrot cake that had the chocolate cover or layer on top of it, and then I showed it on stream. Yes. Let me see what else you guys are saying. I like them with buns. Yes, like the traditional hot dog is with buns, right? But I also like them, or sausage more specifically, in pasta dishes or over. Yes, Emily, that's how I normally eat them too. And then Ultras gave me the idea of eating them with beans. But then I never thought about having that tomato sauce that I prepared on mine, which was tomato, onions, green peppers, cilantro, and dried oregano and dried basil with beans, because normally the beans broth is different. And then when you add sausages to beans, it's more like a pure sausage, and then the sausage kind of absorbs the beans broth, and it gets the taste of the beans, right? But maybe I should try baking some beans with tomato sauce or something different like that. I never thought about that, right? It could work. But yes, on rice, on mashed potatoes, or on pasta, it sounds good to me. Every time I see, I think of you. Every time you see hot dogs, I saw a chocolate cream one recently. Oh, you mean the pan? No, you're talking about the panetones, right? Yes, the panetones. I remember. You like to take pictures of like piles of panetones, right? I love them. Be sure to like send them all to me because I can eat them the whole year, even when it's not Christmas, because I'm freaking addicted to that thing. I like them so much that I'm even buying the low quality ones, like this one I got, because it's the one that's cheap and it still does the job. So I'm down. I'm glad you're feeling better. Me too. Yes, it was very bad to feel sick, but at least I'm happy that I managed to still do the things I wanted to do, even though I kind of exaggerated on my health, right? I went to the freaking anime event even while I was sick. But I would regret not going to the anime event. The anime event had good things involved. Not everything ended up being perfect. I was telling the story in the beginning of the stream, like I couldn't keep up with the friendships I was kind of trying or starting in that event because I missed some feedback from the person. But it was great to have more interactions and to have some fun in there. And I'm definitely returning to it in August because it's going to have another edition in August. But it was a struggle, like to be there, coughing, going to the bathroom every time because of a runny nose. So I had to like clean my nose every time. I had to kind of force my throat to speak louder because it was a very noisy place. It was a big struggle, but in the end, I survived. I got back home with fever and my throat burning, but I recovered as well. Moms be angelic. Homeopathic works good. I know some people try it and it doesn't have like a crazy effect on their health. It's something more slow as well. Like it might not, fight whatever disease or sickness you got very fast, but it does work in my family. So that's how I normally treat myself with homeopathic. Homeopathic actually finished my sinus infection. When I was a kid, I used to have a lot of sinus infections, and after taking homeopathics with ears, I don't have sinus infections anymore. Thank goodness, because it was so bad to have that freaking pain right here above your eyes, right? It was a very annoying pain. Nearby big plants and what works, your grandma's, etc. I think my mom taught my grandma to start having homeopathics, not the opposite. It's good natural remedy, yes, and it does work with my family. I'll be eating it all, yes, for sure. Big time food tradition it is. I can't wait to have those stews they will be having, right? Some very delicious stews and soups and broths. There is even one with sausage that I had last time. And then the corn desserts as well. It always blows my mind how the US is like the country of corn and they don't have many corn desserts. Like, it blows my mind every time. In here there are so freaking many corn desserts. I will name a few: pamonha, canjica, curau. I love them all. It's so good. Or like a corn cake as well. And then it's only cornbread, I think. That's the dessert, quotation marks, that's in America. So many corn and delicious desserts in Brazil. I think you would like the Dominican style beans. That sounds a bit familiar. Maybe we have had that talk before. I remember a picture of something that was like a paio. And then I think it was a mix of Dominican beans and maybe rice. Wasn't there a recipe like that, Emily? Because they don't really taste like beans. I mean, I like beans. Don't get me wrong. I used to not like beans as a child, but I changed my taste with time. Today I love beans. It makes me sad to say this, but maybe the biggest reason why I didn't like beans for that long is because I got tired of the taste of my mom's beans. And then after I started eating beans on restaurants and other places, I started to like it again because the seasonings were better, right? But then today I also like my mom's beans. It's just that I don't think it's as delicious as some other places, and also not mine. Like when I bake beans, I don't. It's something complicated, to be honest. For you to give taste to beans, you are a very good cook if you can do it well. Because I think it's so complicated. I sometimes I get it right, but it's like only a very few times. So I do have that struggle. But I do love beans today. It's just like it's a lot of work for you to bake them, but I do like it. They're nicely seasoned. I would like it then because I love some very seasoned beans. Beans that have that flangy, that thicken the formula, it's a big time ingredient. Oh, actually, chill mode, you can use farofa to make the beans thicker. Here in Brazil, there is a beans recipe that's called tutu. Yeah, it's called tutu. Very cute name for a dish, right? Yeah, but tutu is a thicker beans recipe that gets farofa. Farofa is manioc, yuca, or what is the third word? Cassava, right? Cassava root, but like just the grains, just like the powder of it. And then you mix that powder with the beans broth, and then it gets thicker. And then you can have tutu. I will show you tutu. I'm honestly not a big fan. I can eat it, but I prefer when the broth of the beans are more liquid, right? Yeah, here's an example. It gets very thick, as you can see. It's because it gets that flour-like product mixed with it. Another example. I still hate the lack of focus of this camera, but yeah, this is another one as well. It's very thick. You should toss some mango. Mango on beans? That's kind of wild. Never thought about that before. You forgot the name, but food for days? Dominican is big time. Colorful rice, beans, sweet chicken mix like a Caribbean. Yeah, man, some Latin American dishes are amazing. On their spices especially. Oh yes, I forgot to show the rest of things I got to Emily, right? Let me do that. So Emily, I showed you the panettone and the hot dogs. I have been craving chocolate cake for a while since Easter, so I had to buy a chocolate cake mix. So probably next weekend I'll be eating that. Maybe I will bring it on stream as well. I got a honey mustard dressing, so I can eat that on some spinach salad that I also bought with sesame seeds that I still have in here too. And I also found this interesting ice cream mix. This is lime ice cream mix. It shows popsicles on this cover, but on the back it has a container. So I'm not sure if you can go popsicle way or like ice cream way. I will try the container or ice cream way because I prefer it. But yes, it's like an ice cream mix. I will test it out. It was kind of cheap in comparison to buying like a pre-made ice cream container. So I hope it works. And then I will see the results. Maybe I can bring it on stream as well, like after I try this. You just need to add some cold water, it seems, and then you mix it a lot, and it's ready. But those were the things I bought this week on the grocery market. And then Ultras gave me the idea of trying to cook a mushroom stroganoff because I also found the spot in the market where they sell mushrooms. And I do want to test mushroom recipes as I never had anything mushroom or at least fresh mushroom related. And then he told me to bake, not to bake, to cook cremini mushroom stroganoff. So I will go there in the market to see if I can find that. And also I need to buy the Dijon mustard and see if I can make this stroganoff. It looks great. Yes, I'm excited to try those two mix, right? Those two cake and ice cream mixes. And that sauce as well, the freaking mustard or honey mustard dressing. I wonder how that ice link works. Let me see what it has in here as an ingredient. It has sugar. What? Does it have some sort of crazy fungus in here? It has some sort of fungus in here, I think. For what? Maybe it is the ingredient that gives I don't know, connect. What is the word for this? that kind of unifies the other ingredients, you know, some sort of glue. But it has some sort of fungus in here, I think. It has syrup. It has coconut syrup or oil. Why a lime ice cream would have coconut oil on it? But it has coconut oil. It has some vegetable fat as well. It has salt. It has lime juice. And some other chemicals that I'm not too happy to be reading, I guess. But still, I will see if this works out. I still don't get why it has coconut oil in it, but let's try it out, right? Oh, hey, Death Dog, what's up, man? How's it going? McDonald's did that with their milkshake. With their milkshake? Yes, I will try the mushroom stroganoff. I'm excited to try it as my first mushroom dish ever, or at least fresh mushroom. What is it? So this is a ice cream mix that I found. It's a lime ice cream mix, and then I wanted to test it because I have tried my own recipe for lime ice cream, but it's a lot of work, and this sounds very easy because I just need to add some cold water to it and then mix it a lot. So I want to see if it's going to work. It seems it's like 7 minutes of mixing and then it's ready. But then I was checking the ingredients and it has some crazy things in there. And this was very cheap as well. That's why I want to test it, because this is way cheaper than buying the pre-made or ready-to-eat ice cream in a container, right? Ice creams are very expensive in here. Teach the herb mix stroganoff. Yeah, it's like a glue ingredient, I guess, that will give property to the whole ice cream, I guess. An emulsify, that's the word probably, yes. Not bad. You finished classes for the semesters? There we go. Congrats for finishing it. I hope you had a good semester. So now you're enjoying the summertime, or like... It's still not summer yet, right? But it's very close, I think. The Brazilian stroganoff. Yeah, man. The only one I had before was the chickpeas stroganoff. Have you guys ever had the chickpeas stroganoff? It was the first time I had stroganoff, because in Brazil, the chicken one is the most common one. And I'm not a fan of chicken. So that's going to be my second time having a stroganoff. Yeah, it isn't officially summer for another month. Man, we still have to go another month for winter here and summer there, man. I was expecting it to happen sooner than that, especially because even though, how can I say this? Even though the days in here still have been looking pretty, or like, for most part, the days in here still are looking like sunny and clear skies and stuff. Which, by the way, have you guys seen the lunar eclipse? I was able to see the lunar eclipse from my balcony. And even though I haven't like paid too much attention to it, it was beautiful because it reminded me of Majora's Mask, it reminded me of Chrono Cross. And then I was talking about the lunar eclipse with Gabriel, and Gabriel told me that, oh, this is also a little bit like Final Fantasy VIII, you know, like seeing a red moon or something. So it was great to see the red moon because of those gaming references. But yeah, the days have been kind of pretty and beautiful looking here. But it's been getting colder. Not cold as like American or other current countries' patterns or levels, but I'm getting chilly. But there was one day, by the way, that all the weather went crazy and a freaking hail hit my city. A hail! Like, that normally happens, I don't know, in the south region when it's colder. No, it hit Rio de Janeiro. Can you imagine a hailstorm in Rio de Janeiro? That's what happened, I think, in the beginning of this week. I kind of want to show videos of that. Give me a second here. I mean, I was inside home, and also in my neighborhood, it was not that crazy. But in the bus terminal, and also in my friend's house, he even got hurt because he was like rushing to close the windows thanks to the hail, the unexpected hail that started here. He rushed and then he kind of hit his knee on a door, and then he kind of got hurt after that. But he's doing fine. He's recovering. But I must show you the freaking video that happened in the bus terminal. It was some Silent Hill levels of like deserted place with fog and tragedy. But yes, a hailstorm hit my city. Part of me has some guilty regret of like not being part of it because it's not every time you can see hail at all in Brazil, not even in my city. But let me see if I can find the video of that. That was some very crazy video. Um, but yes, it's still not winter here officially, but it's getting there, you know. Even though the days are still looking pretty, there are crazy shit like this, like people showing the hail cubes, but you probably can't see because of the freaking bad focus of this camera. A video showing the freaking storm that was happening here. This is Brazil. Like this is not like common day Brazil, but it happened here. Another video. I still don't understand how this got here. Like I mean, I was not really following the weather news or the forecast, but I think nobody was ready for something like this because nobody was talking about it. I mean, never mind. I knew that a cold front, I hope that's the word, was coming to Rio, but I was not expecting anything like this. Look at this picture of the situation in Rio. It looked like an atom bomb. But it was the freaking cold front. It seems there was a cyclone as well somewhere. Oh yeah, this is the video of the bus terminal. Imagine you are there taking a bus, going back from work, and then you find this happening. I'm laughing now, but this is like horrifying. People trying to get the bus. Look at that person running. It was madness. That day was madness. Yeah, this is what Brazil is turning into winter, by the way. Yeah. If this happened before winter, imagine winter. Maybe, no, never mind. In December, it's going to be summer here. I was almost going to say that maybe finally we can have a snowy holiday for Christmas, right? Because it's always funny how like we celebrate Christmas with like snowy related decorations because like in the US and other countries it's always winter there, so it's cold and then you have snowmen and everything. In here it's summer, like it's super hot. It's like sun every day. Although there is something funny, it always rains in Christmas, so I kind of think it's funny. So even though it's not snowing, it's a little bit cold because of the rain. But maybe I was going to say like maybe finally I can have a Christmas holiday with snow. But no, it's not happening because it's summer. But the winter is getting closer to a normal winter, so there is that. Anyway, that day was insane. Let me go back on the chat in here. Chickpeas stroganoff looks legit. I recommend. Chickpeas is actually very good. Even the chickpeas burger, right? The vegetarian burger. The seasons always start by the end of the first. Wait, by the end on the first. Wait, on the 21st. There we go. On the 21st or 22nd. That's true. My mom or my mom's birthday is on September 21st, and it's always the spring time here, or the change on winter to spring, right? It was the Majora's Mask lunar eclipse, yes. There was a, I mean, let me just correct the information here. Hailing in Brazil can happen, but normally in the south region, where it's colder. In Rio de Janeiro, the summer paradise, it is not common at all to hail in here. So I was like, what? Unless it is in the mountains, because we do have mountain areas. Very high mountain areas actually. So it can hail and snow there. But I'm talking about the city of Rio. Like where you have the beaches, the bay, the sun, the summer. In the city of Rio is what is going on this world? Yeah, those videos were in my city, which is like 20 minutes apart from Rio, so it's not like Rio itself, but if it got to my city, it can get to Rio like as well, right? So that was insane. It was some Silent Hill level, right? And then like I was saying, it was so weird that I kind of wished that I was there seeing it with my eyes, but I was in my apartment kind of distracted. I noticed it was raining, but I was not expecting anything crazy like that. And then after that I saw the videos on Twitter. Weird weather these days, yep. I know, Death Dog, I don't know what to do with the focus of this camera. It is a somewhat good camera, but it can't focus anything, or at least not my phone. Maybe it can focus on my hand, I'm not sure. But when I'm showing something from the phone, it doesn't get it properly. I don't want hail on that storm, yo. Chill at work pills overtime. Wait, chill at work please overtime. That is climate change. Some weird events are happening more common than before for sure. I'm pretty sure this one had something to do with some cyclones. So maybe there was also the impact of that. But yeah, that was unexpected a lot, in my opinion, or very unexpected. But while it's getting to winter in here, I hope you guys can enjoy better weather in there for like summer approach, right? Are you traveling, Death Dog? Actually, I remember you like to go to the mountains. I mean, it's summer, so maybe you won't be able to like go skiing or something, but I know you love to ski, right? Research and development right here fixed me up with a new arm after that last battle with the API. Oh no, this guy got... Oh no, never mind, it's a robot, so it's less painful to get a new arm if you're a robot, right? I was thinking it was a human that lost his arm. Emily, how's your college as well? Are you getting close to get to your vacation? Because last time you were actually taking exams during the stream, right? This is Donata. Egads, we commandeered this elite API ship. And look at all these fancy items they have in the R&D. Please add me as your battle support unit so I can maximize your item effects. Wait, are you really going to help us out? So much new tech to reconfigure now, that's ours. Leviathan, the ship, my job stays the same. Wait, what were your job? Or, what was your job? Let me drink some water so I can also do something about my coughing. Oh yeah, even though I was not following like the gaming news that much lately, I saw some fuss about this new game, which is called Multiversus, right? Which is like Warner Brothers Smash Brothers like game. Maybe that dog would be interested to play it because he's a big Smash Brothers fan. And I saw one video that they were saying the game is good, and it's especially good because as it's a new franchise, everybody's kind of learning how to play it at the same time. So it's not like Smash Brothers where the formula has been there for so long, and then people know like the character moves already, and they know strategies to be following. You know, it's a brand new start into a Smash-like game that everybody has been learning together right now. So many people that have tried the alpha version of Multiversus, they have been very pleased by the game. Not to mention that I didn't know the game was free to play. So maybe when I get this new computer, I could give it a shot, because I do love and I miss playing Smash Brothers. But I still think I would prefer playing Smash Brothers. I think that like Smash Brothers will always be my favorite fighting game. But this one, Multiversus, looks promising. They also have some interesting mechanics if you're playing it with like teams. Like it's not just like in Smash Brothers where there is no big interaction or combination of attacks between the team members. No, this game it seems to have some sort of, you know, extra if you are having a battle with teams, because the teams can help the teammates can help each other with effects, attacks, and even like can save your team member if, I don't know, the team member is falling from the stage, which is something that Smash Brothers can't do. Like every player is more independent, right? So that kind of sounded interesting too. They were also giving compliments to the skins of the characters that's like kind of more stylized or stylish than in the Smash Brothers ones. Because in Smash Brothers they mostly only change the color palette, right? But in this one they kind of give it a better clothing and a better touch to the different skins of the characters. But that's all I saw about the Multiversus. People complimenting about it, some details it does better than Smash Brothers. And I didn't know it would be free to play, so that's very nice. Oh yeah, they also complimented the online. But then I wonder if when the game is fully out, like with lots of people playing it, if the online server can be stable or still be stable. Because now it's just the alpha testing, right? So like, I don't know if it will keep that stability for later, but I hope it does. And people were complimenting the online features and stability a lot. Wait, Marco? I remember him. Yes, it's one of my side quests. He told me to find him in the city, not in this ship. But yes, I remember you. Do you have a reward? Because last time he said, look for me because I have a reward. Hey there, do you remember me? You healed me up back on Rhomu, in that mutated forest. I always deliver on my dues. Do you have a reward? I can seriously boost your damage while desperate if you take me on as a support. What? Wait, this game has some sort of Navi? You know, navigator or support character? Just like in Persona, is that what's happening? We are analyzing the new stuff we found on the ship. Check out the shop to see what's ready. How can I have this support thing? So we have Marco and this girl. Donata. Yeah, battle support unit. I think I have spoken to them. I just need to go to the medical unit, right? Or actually the medical facility right here. This is a REIT, isn't it? This ship should serve as an adequate mobile base of operations, don't you think? I will remain here in medical, tending to the injured and enlisting recruits who might improve our healing capabilities. As we discussed, I have been in touch with Enzo, known as the Connoisseur. Yeah, I think this Enzo guy is the one that has the technology to counter the mind-controlling device. So he's the one we are looking for. He may be obsessed with collecting rare and powerful artifacts, but he's also influential and subversive in his own right. We need to investigate what he knows, but stay on our guard. Okay, he might be helpful, but still fishy then. Help me! They sure kept this ship well stocked, and now it's ours, all ours. By the way, guess who's getting hungry? It's because I have the freaking hot dogs next to me on my bed, smelling like crazy. I wanna eat the hot dogs. Always feels good those old school RPG games, right? Chill mode. This one is a lot like Chrono Trigger on its style, right? Analyzing injuries. I don't know why, but this always gave me some thoughts on Stardew Valley. Am I making a crazy comparison? I mean, I haven't played Stardew Valley myself, but for some reason, by looking at this character right here, he or she, I'm not sure, but this character looks a lot like a Stardew Valley style of character. I don't know. Oh, this is Dr. Manning. I would like to calm this patient down after the last battle. Anyway, feel free to take me on as a support to help when in desperate mode. I don't understand why are they talking about this so much, like this support feature, before I can get taught what it does and what it is. It's like the gaming going way ahead of its time, right? I took a few hits during that battle, but we made it. Okay, I believe I spoke to everybody, so let's go downstairs. I mean, have I talked to you? Never mind, I did not. I found a map terminal at the north end of the hallway. It will help you find your way around our new ship. Yes, I checked that though. Okay, let's just take the elevator. Which is this. Never mind, the elevator is that there? Welcome, Alyssa. Please take advantage of our up-to-date shops. And feel free to use the elevator to visit other floors. I will clean this floor. I will clean it well. I'm seriously planning to get one of those robot vacuum cleaners. Pet the robot. Every time I see something like this, I will always think on the Wall-E movie, my favorite Pixar movie for sure. Oh yeah, Pixar is coming up with a different movie. There we go, I just remembered another topic that I vaguely read about, right? Pixar is coming up with their next animated movie that has a lot to do with like the lines of Avatar, The Last Airbender. Have you guys seen it? It seems that it's about a city where elemental creatures have to live together, and then they have the water population, the earth population, the air, and the fire population. Sounds a lot like Avatar, and it's good because Avatar is a fantastic anime. I mean, it's not Japanese, but let's consider Avatar an anime, okay? Just for the characteristics, not necessarily for like the definitions. So it sounded good. Maybe not the most creative idea, but knowing Pixar, we can trust it's going to be a freaking hell good movie that will make you cry. So I'm excited for that. I don't remember the name of it, but that's their next movie. I love Wall-E so much, Shimoli. Avatar is amazing. I even liked the Legend of Korra, right? Which was like the sequel. Aang gets angry over Appa. I wish there was a new season of Avatar up now for me to watch. Oh, actually there is a movie, right? I think no, it's probably a live action. And if I'm not mistaken, by Netflix. How are they going to fix that previous live action they had? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure there is also a live action coming up, isn't it? There is even one for Percy Jackson as well. Have you guys ever read or watched the Percy Jackson movies? I remember seeing people talking about the cast and how young the cast looked like. But again, I will wait and see. I'm hoping that they do a good adaptation. If it follows the original story, then it can't be bad, right? Because even though I liked the Percy Jackson 2 movies that were out, I read many fans that actually read the books complaining about especially the second movie, how it missed details and characters and like stories. I don't know, I liked both movies, maybe because I was not a big fan, like, or a crazy fan. But it's also good to see they are resurrecting that franchise, because in the past I enjoyed watching those movies and I actually have the books. But I think I only read the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Check out the new stuff in here and be sure to come back again later. Finally some new tech to check out. I'm done with Astria's old hand-me-downs. What does this new base have for me? Oh, this is Finn. Alyssa, this ship is amazing. I thought we were done for. What with 2 giant bases set to self-destruct? Wait, there were 2 self-destructing bases? I remember only one, which was the Leviathan. But we have had a blast, right? Now we can settle in, take a break. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, come on, do we really have to start the next mission so soon? We do, of course. We have a duty to go after. Well, let's do some shopping. They have the solid shot. It gives Finn more HP. The gun is solid, your enemies won't be. I like that. Buy and equip, yes. We have the brass knuckles. I still haven't watched the second Sonic movie. People have said good things about it, but I still haven't watched it. I need to go back to more movie watching, but I was stuck with that series called Severance, which was a fantastic series, by the way. It starts slow, but it gets much better, and the final episode was phenomenal. Severance. An anime. I'm watching so many animes right now. I'm watching like 7 animes, if I'm not mistaken. Pokemon, Spy Family, Yeah, boy, coming. Kami can't communicate. I have started the cycling one yesterday. Yowamushi pedal, that's 5. Tomodachi game 6. Summertime rendering 7. And I also started watching Deaimon, which is another anime of this season. It is good, but it's very, 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 very slow. So it makes me sleepy. It is not a bad anime, but the rhythm sucks. I don't know if it's going to make or to get faster later, but I'm kind of giving up right now a little bit because it's super slow. Every time I start watching Daimon, I wanna sleep. But it's not too bad. It's just that maybe it should get more energetic soundtrack. I don't know, but it works great for sleeping. But it's not bad. It's just slow. Maybe if I could like watch it in 2 times the speed or something, it could help me out. We have the fancy cutlery for Lauren. It adds more cunning and spark. As seen on Space TV. Oh, by the way, man, I'm glad that I'm remembering some news I have seen. Black Mirror will be back. It seems they are working on another Black Mirror season. I read this TV information right there. I remember Black Mirror. Black Mirror is very disturbing, but I kind of think it's a very good show. Yes, buy and equip. So yeah, Black Mirror will be back. I heard before that the creators of Black Mirror, they paused the show because of the pandemic. They didn't want to release anything that could make the population more traumatized or depressed because of the depressing situation thanks to the pandemic already. So they were like, let's not make people's lives worse, right? Let's save Black Mirror for later. And then now they're back on Black Mirror. Black Mirror heard good stuff. Have you never watched the chill mode? If you like disturbing, messed up, mind-blowing, and sci-fi shows, Black Mirror is a must-watch, but it can get very heavy, very heavy. There are some episodes that will make you feel like very uncomfortable, but at the same time, that's what makes the show so good. Like, because it does speak to you somehow, or like make you worried about what the future could be with technology. You know, if something hits you that hard, it has an effect on you, and that's not a bad thing, even if you kinda struggle to deal with that sensation. Gotta try it. Be prepared, because you gotta have a stomach for it. It is going to mess with a lot of your feelings. It's like original, it is. Most of its episodes are very original, but they are also very raw. So if there is something they want to criticize, they will do it no matter what you think, or like no matter how you feel. They will crush your brain. And there is maybe only one episode, or like there are only very few episodes that could have a more positive message, because most of them are disturbing. But still, they are very good stories about how technology can mess with people's lives. And they also feel that strong or powerful because you can kind of see those situations happening in real life, even in present day. So there are some episodes that feel that uncomfortable because you can kind of relate to the idea they are going for, you know? That's how it's so dark. And then they are still selling the Aqua Basher. Let's exit and see the shields. I have them all, right? Yes, I think I have one of each. I wanted to see that one. Anything original feels good. Yes, Black Mirror is very original. There are other shows kind of like it. For example, Upload by Amazon. Upload by Amazon is a little bit like Black Mirror, but it's softer, way softer. It's funny that they are getting a third season. I think I still need to watch the second season of Upload. Oh, also, never mind. One Amazon show that's even closer to Black Mirror is called Soulmates. Yes, Soulmates was a Black Mirror ripoff, but I still think Black Mirror was better. Alyssa is OP, she carries the team. So Alyssa has a lot of hackitude. Game? Oh, there we go. Wait. I wanna check the... Okay, finally I found the buttons. She has a lot of hackitude, but she's the only one that can have the heroine shield. Because otherwise, I would love to give her... Where is it? Wait, Okay, I don't have it with me because somebody else has it equipped, right? But there is a shield that has a lot of elemental attacks. But somebody else in my team or in my party has it seems. But I wish I could give it to her, then she would be OP. I wanted that Obi-Wan Kenobi style for that Mandalorian maker. I know the Mandalorian is a big hit, but I'm not a Star Wars fan. Did you watch the old worst version of Summertime anime I told you about? Oh my god, I forgot about that, man. I forgot about that. I put it on my watch list, but I forgot about it. Let me get the name again in here. Oh, by the way, the cycling anime that I'm recommending that's a lot like Haikyuu is this one. Yowamushi Pedal. Let me go to the other cam. Yowamushi Pedal. It's very fun. I'm loving it. The main character has a charisma that I'm loving it. There is a scene in the first episode that I will always remember that scene on how funny it is. Is it this one? Isn't it this one? Yoda Suzumiya Haruhi no Yutsu? Is it this one? The anime you told me to check? It's funny because it's just under Summertime rendering, right? Give me a confirmation if it is that one. Suhumiya Haruhi no wait. Suhumiya Haruhi no Yutsu. No, I can't read anything. It's because of my freaking camera. I know, right? But I think the problem is that it can't capture my phone. Because the camera is not too bad. But it can't focus on my phone. Wait, it's not this one? Who recommended me this anime then? Why is it on my list? So the one you're saying is Higurashi? Higurashi. It's in here. Yeah, Higurashi. Higurashi no Naku Koroni, right? Dude, I need to write it down. Higurashi no Naku Koroni. There we go. I will start watching it. Yes, if you're saying it's a lot like Summertime rendering, I'm pretty sure I will enjoy it. I will start watching it this week as well. I know I will be going into a lot of anime. but I will watch it. I will watch at least something by next stream. That's for sure. I will see if I can even start watching it either today or tomorrow. After the stream. I will also ask about this anime to my friend because my friend recommended me Summertime Rendering. So if this is like Summertime Rendering, I know he will also like it, but I don't know if he knows it. So if he also doesn't know it, I will ask him to so we can watch it together, right? Because we are watching together this cycling anime. As I told him, it's a lot like Haikyuu. Haikyuu is great. Let's watch it together. So why not also watch this one together? But I will check it out, Yoda. Thank you for remembering me. And regarding Summertime Rendering, I don't want to enter on details about spoilers, so I won't. But I want to say something to you about the last episode. I'm a little bit glad that the protagonists or the characters of the show are not being that dumb. Yes, the last episode made me happy because I don't know, sometimes, especially in like horror movies, there is always that dumb character that I don't know, he's not cautious, or like he makes bad decisions, or like he doesn't learn from mistakes or something, and then the freaking bad guy goes and kills him easily or something. There is always that sort of plot in a horror movie. I know that Summertime Rendering is not a horror movie or like a horror anime, but I was a bit concerned if the characters would be smart to outcome the situation. The last episode made me relieved or glad to see that they are actually, learning with things. So I'm curious to see how they're going to overcome the difficulty, but I'm happy to see they're being smart. They're not like committing many mistakes or being, very dumb. No, things are looking promising. So I'm interested to see how is that going to be like. I like that more than having like dumb characters, losing opportunities or making dumb choices, and then causing more and more problems for the future. No, I was happy to see they were learning with things. That's good to see, like smart and thinking characters. So you kind of want to cheer for them for their success, right? I want to watch Batman. Wait, Batman. Watch plus Batman. Batman. I want to watch Batman. I'm not a fan of the Riddler actor. The Riddler actor? I think there was, right, a new Batman movie, but another movie that I haven't checked out. Also, that freaking Spider-Man movie. I still gotta watch that Spider-Man movie too. Oh, hi Meowser, what's up, man? Which anime do you really like animes? You do, right? You were a big fan of Attack on Titan. Dude, be sure to check this one anime out. Summertime Rendering. Yes, I recommended that anime to Yoda last time because I was like getting super crazy addicted to it. As it reminded me of one of my favorite shows, which is Dark. So it's one of those animes that are very mind-blowing. It makes you think about what's going on, what's happening. It makes you theorize as well. Summertime Rendering. It's one of the animes of this season. Since I was giving a compilation of what I was watching lately, I will give the full list to Meowser as well. Summertime Rendering, Spy Family, Ya Boy Kong Ming. It's very fun and great show as well. It has a lot of heart in there, even though it's a crazy mix. Call Me Can't Communicate. Call Me Can't Communicate is so great. I freaking love that anime. Every time the episode ends, I feel like heartwarmed. And they did such a good character introduction. I don't know who in here watches Call Me Can't Communicate. I hope everybody, because it's a good show. Come on. Everybody here start watching Call Me Can't Communicate. But they did such a genius way to like introduce a character that got more attention this week's episode. But the last episode last week was so funny the way they introduced that character. I was like, I can't believe they're doing this. They are so brilliant. So yeah, Komi can't communicate. I'm also watching Tomodachi Game. I haven't been talking much about Tomodachi Game, right? It is a show that's getting better and better with time. Like the beginning of it, I was a bit, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if I like the path it's going. But the more it goes, the more interesting it gets. Because it's about secrets, it's about friendship matters, you know. It has. There is this one Brazilian show that it pretty much reunites a family, and then it's about trying to make the family members to come up with a solution to their issues and to their problems. So basically the family gets very exposed on camera and having fights and discussions and arguments and stuff, while the host of the show and the like the people that's there to like entertain or like to, how are those people called, the spectators, right? The spectators of the show, they give ideas, suggestions, and they give their opinion on like this family member is right, that family member is wrong. So every time I'm watching Tomodachi Game, I feel like I'm watching that show of like a lot of family drama, but in that case, friends drama or friendship drama. And every episode there is like some shit that's exposed, and then everyone gets like shocked about the news or something. It has some interesting plot twists, like things that I was not expecting at all. So it's very entertaining for that. But I still want to see how it's going to end, if it's going to get even more serious. But it's promising. But I would still put Spy Family and Summertime Rendering, and even Ya Boy Kongbin as my favorite enemies or new enemies for this season so far. Of course, Komi can't communicate as well, but Komi is like its second season, right? It's not like a fresh new anime, so I kind of don't count it. But Tomodachi Game is not bad, but I also don't think it is as good as the others. But I know some people are loving Tomodachi Game a lot too. I was also watching this new cycling show, Meowser, that's a lot like Haikyuu. It's called Yo Yowamuchi Pedal. It's such a hard name to say, Yowamuchi, right? Yowamuchi Pedal. Very exciting and hype show, even though it's about cycling. But if you liked Haikyuu, the volleyball anime, go into this one because it's amazing since episode 1. I'm loving it. And then I'm also watching Pokemon, but those are the animes I have been watching for sure. And then I will start watching the one Yoda said. Let me get its name again. Higurachi no Naku Koro ni. I think that's its name. Higurachi no Naku. Yeah, Higurachi no Naku. Because it's a lot like Summertime Rendering. And Summertime Rendering has been mind-blowing. Very great. If it ends in a like smart way, it's probably going to be my favorite anime of the season. Even better than Spy Family, that's the most hyped one. Although Spy Family has been amazing, I still gotta watch the Saturday episode, yesterday's episode, but the previous episode with like Anya, right? Anya going to school. I laughed so much on that episode. It was freaking genius. Let me go back on the chat. Also, Meowser, I don't know if you have been checking out the updates on the new computer, but I have been posting the updates about it on Discord. But if you want, I can talk more about the computer with you too, because I actually have the monitor right next to me, like the new monitor, this freaking monolith from 2001. And I have the new mouse right there as well. I have the new keyboard. I'm still waiting for some other parts. But let me know if you want some new computer updates, because I can give it to you. It's just that I have been updating everything on Discord. Wait, is this camera good again? Wait. There we go. Is it too high? I hope not. Let me go back on the chat. But Meowsor, I hope you could get the names of the enemies. If you have any questions, let me know that I can give you like the names again. But definitely go watch Summertime Rendering. Highly recommended. Is that where she punches that bully? The anime is big time. Maybe now I lost the... Oh yes! You are talking about Spy Family, right, Chumode? Yes, that episode was amazing. Yes. Death Note got you effed up, how good it was. Death Note has probably my favorite first episode of animes I have ever seen. Summertime Rendering first episode is also very good, by the way. I was caught up right away. Also, this cycling anime, Yowamuchi Pedal, amazing first episode because I kind of related so much to the main character right in the first episode. I was like, this character is such a good character. He's so like, you cannot dislike him basically. So you kind of want to see how will be his growth and what he can achieve in the future. So you kind of want to follow up his story, right? I still haven't checked out Full Metal Alchemist. I gotta watch that. Yes. It makes sense to pick someone smart. You mean that character from Summertime Rendering, right? At least I think so. Now there are so many enemies in the talk. Smart moves makes a better story. If you watch Full Metal, watch the Brotherhood adaptation and not the original. Okay. What is the difference though? Is it because it follows the story of the manga? I watched the season 1, but I haven't started season 2 yet. You mean Komi, right? Are you waiting for the whole episodes to be out so you can binge? Season 2 has been fantastic of Komi. There are some new characters that are very funny, especially the previous one that was introduced, not the current one. The current one has been good too, especially the way they introduced him. But the previous one has been fantastic. You like him too. Sabra is saying that comparing, yes, Sabra was comparing to that show. I mean, I know the show is like the Brazilian show that I was comparing Tomodachi Game with, which is Casos de Familia. It's like family cases in English. I know the show is like very, I don't know, it's not boring. It's just like, I don't know, you are wasting your time by watching this, you know? It's kind of like those shows. But it's the drama, man. The drama can be entertaining sometimes, and seeing like the people discussing and like fighting and stuff. Tomodachi Game is all about that. It's about the trust they can have with their friendships, right? And as they have situations that could punish each one of them, while it's like Hunger Games with friends, but that nobody will be killed, but they will have debts. Like every game will cause a financial problem to whoever loses, and then it's when people start becoming selfish and kind of, you know, ignoring the friendship for their own benefits. But then as the show keeps on going on, you kind of learn why their friendships were not that truthful as they used to think at first before entering the game. And you kind of learn about their deepest secrets and how they are messed up, or like how they had messed up lives. So it's good to see that character development. But I wish it were more serious, because it's all about financial problems. I wish it was a little bit more like Hunger Games, even like, oh yeah, somebody will die, you know. I wish there was something more serious like that, but maybe it can get more serious. That's why I'm still investing on that show. But so far it's more about financial problems. Like if you don't play the games well, you will end up getting a debt. And that's not too impactful to me on the anime that I'm watching. I would rather have something more serious, like, I don't know, someone dying, Something like Saw, Hunger Games, around those lines. Maybe a Squid Game, or oh my god, or freaking Alice in Borderland. I can't wait for the season 2 of Alice in Borderland. Whoever here hasn't watched Alice in Borderland, the Japanese series, please start watching it this week. It's so good. It's better than Squid Game. I said it. You gotta accept the truth. I just got back from vacation. Welcome back, man. You haven't been checking Discord. If you check in there, you'll see all of the parts that I have already gotten. Actually, today I bought the last thing I think I will be buying for this computer if everything goes well, which were the two controllers. I bought a controller that's like this one, like a fake PS2 USB controller. I bought a new one because this one has a problem on the analog stick. And I bought a SNS like fake USB controller too for some more retro games we might be playing in the future, right? So that was the last thing I had to buy. I got the monitor, I got the keyboard, the new keyboard. I got the new mouse. It's funny how bigger the gamer mouse is from my current mouse. Look at that. I'll need to get used to this big boy now. I bought the SSD, I bought the HDD as well. I actually bought those two together with the keyboard and the mouse, and I even got the mouse pad as a free gift in that buying. I bought those in Rio. And the other thing I bought together with those was a power line filter. I believe that's how it's called, so I can protect my new computer from my power outages. That happen a lot, right? Then I was ordering online the motherboard, the graphics card, the power supply, and what else? The monitor. I ordered the monitor online too, the Samsung G3 Odyssey monitor. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. Oh yeah, the air cooler. I also ordered the air cooler online and the two memories that I bought. And now I'm waiting for three things. Three? Yeah, I think three. No, four. I'm waiting for four things. I'm waiting for the processor that's coming from China, the microphone that's coming from China. So probably in 2 weeks or 1 month it's getting here, I hope. I'm also waiting for the things I bought today, which were the two controllers, and there is the cabinet or the PC case. I chose one that I saw in Rio, but the guy didn't have it in there. So I'm waiting for him to get it ready so I can go back to Rio, grab it, and bring it my home, or to my home. But as this one situation is the only one that I would say that has been like uncertain, because I have been communicating and texting this guy, and then you know he gives me dates like it's getting here on Friday, and then it's Friday and it's not there yet. It's been like, you know, taking long to happen. So I have my doubts if I will be able to have this deal with him, because he actually had a very good price for this one cabinet or PC case. In case it goes bad, I will go to the shop that's next to his and buy there another model or something else. And then maybe it's going to change my finances a little bit. Not much, but maybe I will need to pay a little bit higher for what I was, or from what I was thinking. But it's the only thing that's left for me to really pay for, because the rest is already paid. I'm only waiting for them to come or to get my home. And that's it. And then I'll bring everything to the info center of my city. I have talked to the people in there already. We have settled a price for it already. And they will be mounting it, assembling it, and then I bring it back my home, probably by using a taxi, I think. I can risk carrying it back home, but I think it's going to be very heavy. I will see how it goes. And then I'll be able to use it. But so far, that's how the computer has been going. Everything has been decided. I'm waiting for things to pretty much get to my home. And now I can finally move on into my next task, which is kind of um, completing the files and the sheet or the documents that I need to send the government about my taxes. And I only have until the end of this month to do that. So this next week I'm working on that. I have already started on like organizing uh, my my documents, my sheets, everything that I kind of keep track of my finances. And then I need to inform the government about my taxes. So I will be doing that this week now that my PC gaming search and quest is finally ceasing. But I gotta tell you guys the news. I'm so glad that you guys actually helped me out. And by the way, I forgot to kind of remove this bar, so maybe I can remember to remove it for next time. I'm so glad you guys actually helped because guess what? This goal was not enough to buy this computer. Not at all. So actually this computer was double this money plus a little bit more. Yep. So I actually ended up having to use a lot of my emergency savings, but that's fine. That's okay. But if you guys didn't help me, I would not be able to buy this computer because everything was freaking expensive. But hey, at least I'm getting a very solid computer that has margin for upgrades. That's what I was looking for. And it's probably going to last a lot of time. That's my plan, like 15, 20 years. That's what I want. And if I need to like make improvements, it has a space for improvements. And then I don't want to like have to buy all parts again. No, I can buy a new part and then all of the rest of the computer can follow up, That was my strategy here. But it was freaking expensive. Like, I would not be able to buy a very good... I mean, I could buy a good computer. A good. But, like, it would be very far from what I was really looking for if I only counted on that budget. It is freaking insane how expensive computers are here. And even with all of the researching and, I could have saved a little bit more, I could, but then I would be taking more risks. For example, I could have imported more parts from China, for example, and then I wouldn't be sure if they would be very reliable or not. People do say they are reliable, but also there are those people that were unlucky that the products or parts they got problems, right? So I wanted to have some sort of safety on the quality of what I was getting. But I also took risks. For example, I'm taking risks on the processor. But the processor was maybe one of the few things that I felt confident about getting from China. Because the reviews were very positive about its performance, right? And then I'm also getting the mic, but it's from the official store. So it's like, there is no way it's going to be with like any sort of big problem because it is from the official store, right? It's not something, I don't know, random. But I could have imported more things from China. I could have chosen lower quality brands that were cheaper. But no, I went for like quality and a little bit of good price. And studying, I studied everything. And then in the end, I figured that I would end up spending a lot. And then when I was like filling up the Excel sheets, right, of like the information and planning for budget planning for this computer, like the least I would be spending would be something like 6,000 reais and I don't know 700 something around those lines, 6,000 and something, but then that would be let's say risky budget for like buying things from China and waiting for the importation and everything. And then there was like a good approach which was around 7,000 and something reais, and the real approach which was 8,450. That's how that's how much I spent. But I spent on the things I wanted, because for example, there was this one store in Rio, which was actually my favorite store that I got to know, that they could get me everything. When I was there talking to them about my specifications or like what I wanted to buy and everything, they could give me a solid computer with everything installed, with everything mounted and assembled, and we negotiated, but not the memories. Yeah, the memories I would still buy from elsewhere, because their memories was a little bit pricey. And if I ordered the memories online, I could save a little bit more. But they could give me like a solid computer for 7,500. They had like the best price ever, and I could get a very quality computer. But some brands they were offering, not many, just a few, were different than the ones that I really wanted, or like the ones that I felt more reliability, right? So I kind of turned off that offer. I still got the storage parts, the keyboard, the power line filter, and the mouse from them, but I bought the other things from other places, right? But I could have saved money there, and that was a very good price. But again, I felt like going for the things I really planned to get, and then going for the things I wanted to get, to have a computer that would me make fully satisfied, costed a little bit more. But that's fine. That's why I had my emergency savings as well. And then with the community help, we were able to assemble this computer. That's going to be fantastic, I'm hoping. And I still got some cash left in case there is like any sort of random problem that happens. For example, oh, this part is not working or it's not connecting to whatever. I don't think it's going to happen, or at least I'm not hoping that for that to happen. But I still have some of my emergency savings left. And if no problems or no unexpected surprises happen, I will get it back, invest, and then rebuild my savings. But this computer, if it turns out to be what I was planning, we'll be using it for a lot of time, guys. A lot of time, because it is not top notch, but it's also not very basic as, for example, that budget of 4,000 reais or $800 that we had was going to give me, right? No, this computer is like a very good intermediate computer with possibilities of upgrades. Many upgrades on memories, on the processor even, because the motherboard is good, I think. We can upgrade the cooler if we need, because I'm getting an air cooler, but maybe a water cooler could make the deal in the future or something. The graphic card is very good too for streaming. That's why I picked NVIDIA 1660 Super as well. It's like the Super. I could have gone cheaper if I wanted, like, oh, it's only a 1660. No, I went for the Super. So my streams won't be lagging anymore, hopefully, or at least not because of my computer. If it's lag, it's because of Twitch servers or my internet connection, but not my computer. So, I went for things that I knew it would give me the quality I was looking for. And surprisingly, the Brazilian stores, they don't sell a computer like that ready. Because it would be more expensive, yeah, but like they don't have that option available. Because they try to sell something that's cheaper, but then they promote it as like, oh, buy your gaming computer for, I don't know, 4,000 reais, which was the budget of the community here, which was equal to $800. Buy a gaming computer for 4,000 reais. When you check the specifications, and if you have studied a little bit at least to know what you should be looking for gaming computers, you'll see that there is always something lacking in there. But they sell it because it's a good price. So it is not bad, like I'm saying, but depending on what you do and depending on what you play, you may have some sort of problem. Not, maybe for most things you will be alright, but if you stream and play as well, or if you try to record, or to record, right? Record or record? No, record. If you try to record your gameplay, it might be slow down your computer too or something like that. So I was like, no, I want a safe computer, even if it's expensive, because I do have the money thanks to your help and thanks to my emergency savings. So even if I need to spend a lot, it is what it is. But I want to have something that I know won't give me trouble for like lots of years. So I think I did that. And let's see. Let's see when it's ready and everything gets to my home. And we can have better and more stable streams and play more crazy games, right? I'll be able to play anything we want in here. But that's the new gaming PC story, by the way. And it was way more expensive, but that's that's why you should have like plans, right? Because if I didn't have that emergency savings, and if we didn't have the budgeting here or the the community goal for this funding, right? No way I would be able to buy this computer. It's so freaking expensive. But thankfully everything is working out well so far. Let me go back on the chat. But for the details, Meowser, everything is on the Discord. The first series doesn't follow the manga. Okay, so it's because of the manga differences, so I should watch Brotherhood. I will save it for later, because as it is a mainstream anime, I'm pretty sure I will be remembered to watch it like many times in comparison to other minor names animes. And I'm watching a lot of things right now, like I was saying, so I can't start Brotherhood right now. But I will jump into it for at some moment because I do want to watch it, yes. And also, I just remembered something else. This week there was a trailer for Mob Psycho 100 Season 3. I don't know if you guys like Mob Psycho. It's actually a very good anime. I'm not sure when the Season 3 is up or out, but I will definitely be watching it too. Because they made the anime before the manga was complete, so it wanders pretty far from the original vision. Okay. Wait, there is a new anime from Death Note? Okay, from Death Note's Alter. It has 2 seasons, but people were disappointed? Huh. That's a bit sad, right? He did a great job for Death Note. Spy Family, Straight Mike Tyson Hooked. It's always the character development. I love animes with character development so much. That's why I was liking Ya Boy Konbin. At first I was like, what the hell am I watching? But then as soon as I saw that that anime had heart in it, I started liking it. I still haven't watched Parasite, no. It sounds very disturbing, but I still haven't watched it. Squid Game was good. I liked it too. I'm surprised it exploded the way it did. When I watched it, it had no hype. I saw Netflix recommending it, and then I was like, oh, this is like Hunger Games, let me check it out. I thought, I'll be honest, I thought it was overhyped. It's not bad, but I thought it was overhyped. Because Alice in Borderland deserved more attention than Squid Game in my opinion, especially for quality. Alice in Borderland has quality since day one. Squid Game, I don't know, it maybe because of the budget, but it took some time until I got very hooked into Squid Game. Maybe it had a slow start as well. Alice in Borderland got me since the start, also because of the quality of the show. Chill Mode, please watch Alice in Borderland. It is on Netflix, but of course if you have anywhere else to watch it, check it out. Parasite was so good. He's talking about the anime Parasite, not really the Parasite Eve game, right? Which is maybe something else I should check out too, because Subaru always tells me to play that game. Wireless PS2 controllers, yeah, not the original, but yes. I got the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. I'm going for an AMD mount, but I got that processor from China. So I'm hoping it's going to work well according to the user reviews. But it's like going to only give me the processor. It's not coming in a box with a manual, with like a warranty. No, it's just the processor. I decided to take that risk because people were saying the processor was good. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this, but my friend, I have this one friend that also likes computers, and he was even helping me out a lot, but also upgrading his computer too after seeing that I was so involved into making and building this computer. My friend explained me, and he actually convinced me to get this processor from China. He was explaining me that this is what happens. They can get better prices because normally people in there buy an original AMD processor. But then for some reason that processor gets a problem. What happens? This one customer takes that processor, gives it to the manufacturer, right? In that case, AMD. And then AMD will fix the one processor that had a problem and give this client a new one. So like, okay, give me your processor that got a problem, but take this new one so you can have your gaming life or something. With the one that had the problem, they will fix it, and then what are they going to do with it, right? That's where you buy it from China. So basically they are cheaper because I believe the processor that I'm getting is a processor that had a problem but got fixed. If it got fixed, it's fixed, right? And it is still original because it was fixed by AMD. So that's why they seem to work well, and they are somewhat good quality. But the story for why they are cheaper than like buying a boxed one is that there is a name for that process, but I'm not sure how is it in Portuguese anymore. My friend was telling me that, and I don't know how is it in English. Yeah, but that's the thing. I think that I'm getting a processor cheaper from China because that's what happened to the processor. It had a problem, but it got fixed. And then it's like used, but not really, right? But it's kind of like a recycling, yes. But as long as it works and it's original, okay. And it's cheaper. So that's why I'm getting it from there. And by doing it, I'm saving like 500 reais or something. Unless there is like a big sale. So I decided to go for it. Let me see what else was going on in the chat. But that's the one I went for, chill mode. I'm glad it's going good. Yeah, so far it's going alright. I hate the taxes. Yes, I'm hoping I don't get taxed by either the mic or the processor by importing it from China. But from people's reviews, it looks like it's very hard for them to get taxed by them. If I were getting the motherboard, then I would probably get taxed, yes. But that's why I got the motherboard here in Brazil for a fair price. I got it from Amazon. Sabri saying the problem is not... it's not only the weight, I think, but also the safety. Oh yeah, it's not very nice for you to be walking around with a computer or like with a PC case in the streets, especially in Rio. I know. The good thing is that when I'm going to the Rio Info Center to get the cabinet or the PC case, that's the only thing I'm getting. So even though it's going to be kind of showing attention or like it's going to kind of be flashy. Although I have a strategy, I will also bring a black plastic to like cover it. So even though it has the shape of a cabinet, people won't see exactly what is it, right? So I can kind of hide it a little bit. But I think I'll be alright. It's not a very far walk to the ferry boat, so I can go back to my city. And I told the people that I would be asking to build my computer if I could leave the PC case in there. So like as I'm coming from Rio, I will stop by the location, which is also not very far after the ferry boats ride. I will leave it there, so the day that I come back there to really assemble the computer, I only bring the other parts and not carry the PC case. So I'll be doing that too. But even if something happens to me, like someone wants to rob the freaking PC case, it's only the PC case. So it's like 300 reais or 400 reais they'll be stealing, but not like the motherboard, the processor, you know, the other expensive stuff. But I think I'll be alright. I'm planning to do this in Rio during the week. And during the weekdays, there are lots of workers walking in Rio's downtown. So it's not going to be empty, right? So I think I'll be alright. I will also walk fast, of course. Fix those a big time gaming setup in the building. Nice you build your own. I'm not building it myself. I mean, I pick the parts myself, but I don't know how to put everything together. So I'm actually having that service done. It's better to go quality? Yes. Yes, I was very precise on the brands I wanted and the models I wanted. So I even paid more for getting those things. That's also why it kind of got very expensive. But at least I can't complain about anything that I got. Everything that I got, I had a big and good reason for why I got it. But then the prices are high, unfortunately. I bought a high-end video cards twice, and none of them lasted for more than 4 years. I heard about that too. I heard that it's kind of common for some parts to have problems, but at the same time, I don't think I will have a lot of usage for them, right? Because you guys know that mostly I play simple games or indie games or retro games, so I'm not expecting like a lot of usage of my computer, but I have that power available in case we need to go beyond, right? So I'm hoping that because I'm not expecting to have like a crazy usage of my computer, for it to last longer. I don't know which games you were playing, Yoda, but maybe some more graphical demanding games that could be using more of our computer capabilities. But yes, I also heard that it's kind of normal for some parts to get some problems after some years. But let's see how long they can last, right? Man, I was really way behind on the chat. Research and build your own is cool. Big budget build is a fun project. I was struggling a lot in the beginning, but the day I went to Rio, to the info center there, was very fun. I felt I was like in a in a freaking amusement park with all of those stores with parts and pieces that I have studied about, and I was like, you know, feeling like I could negotiate with the sellers, and it was a competition to see who had the best price. I felt like I was playing bingo as well. Like, do you have this one part? Do you have this other part? Oh, you have this one, but not that one. It was super fun. Like, time rushed by. And I really went back home smiling on how much joy I had from like browsing PC parts in a freaking gallery. I never imagined I would have so much fun, but it was super fun to see like the sellers explaining me the things and trying to convince me about their better price and stuff. I was like, but the price online is better. Can't you do it more cheap or something? It was super fun. I forgot I was in Rio's downtown. It's not easy just to get some components. You need to fix the whole courier shipping, etc. Looking forward when the PC is done. Let's go. Maybe let's see if next month I can have it, because I'm still waiting for the parts, right? From China, especially. A big RAM, CPU, multitask. You do a spec review when it's done. I mean, everything is on Discord right now. Or, I mean, not everything. Everything that I have gotten so far. But yes, for sure, I will update the specs section here, and I can say everything I got. You got a 3600 Ryzen 2 mode. It's a good processor. Cut out the middleman website. Safety first, big bag. I was thinking in advance. Yes, this computer, it's over dimensioned for sure. Like I was saying, I don't think I will be using it. I don't even think on overclocking. like many people do overclocking on their computers to like better performances. I don't think we'll need to do that, but it has a capability. That's why I was saying I got a computer for, I don't know, needs in the future too. Like imagine in the future there is this one, I don't know, crazy PS5 emulator that I want to play some game. Maybe this computer will help me to get there someday. It's just a silly example, but you know, imagine that there is, I don't know, maybe a, I know there are already Nintendo Switch emulators, by the way, but imagine that I want to play a Nintendo Switch game on an emulator. I do think this computer can do something about it, for example. Maybe PS5 I was exaggerating, but you know, I want this computer to have some sort of margin of upgrades for whatever happens in the future and for whatever we want to do in the future in here. So it has this margin. I felt like a kid in a candy shop, yes. It was way more fun than what I was expecting. And it was also very rewarding to see that my research was solid. Like to see the confirmation from the sellers that I was doing a good job on what I was picking. Because it's freaking insane when you try to learn about PC parts. You don't feel certain if like, oh, if I make this change, will the result be different? Or is this part compatible with the other part? It takes some time for it to like start getting used to all of that, right? It's a lot of work. I still don't know how can't they make it easier for whoever needs to build their own computer. So realizing that I did a good job on my research, it made me feel proud. I felt like I was, I don't know, even doing a work for school, you know? There was this one subject that was like building a PC, and then the final project was give me the PC specs you chose. So I felt like I was, I don't know, delivering a work. So it was fun to see that I did a good job. It felt rewarding. Yeah, don't really overclock, stays better longer for these years, maybe later. Yeah, if I had to go for overclocking, I would need to get a water cooler, for example. But I went for an air cooler because I don't think on overclocking. I don't think I'll need that. But in the future, if I need, this computer can get there with some adjustments. I can replace one component at a time. Yes, I'm thinking about getting more memory so I can fill up the 4 memory slots into 32 gigabytes of memory. But do I need that? Probably not. But it's a possibility. Do you guys want to pick? If we go to the crew deck or the lower deck, where should we go first? Do you want to pick 2 mode? Crew deck, okay. Yeah, 2 slots of 8 gigabytes, so that's 16, and 3200 megahertz. That's the frequency. I think that's very good. I could even go higher because the processor can take 3700 megahertz. So I could also buy 2 memories of 3600 megahertz, which is like the next one in line. But I went for 3200 because I thought that was enough, and that's the one that I found for a good price without importing from China. Because the memories I was not feeling too confident from importing it from China, like the processor. So I went for the brand that I trusted, which was the Crucial Ballistics, and with a very good price and also frequency of 3200 megahertz. Yeah, and then dual channel, right? Instead of having a single channel memory. With that processor, you can multitask everything. I hope so, because it has 6 6 threads and 12 something. It's 612 something. I forgot the words now, but I think threads is a word in there. Oh, we got to the mess hall. No time for a snack, but the ice snorkeling toes look rather tasty. Ew! Dried frozen space rations, surprisingly delicious. I mean, I'm so hungry now that I would go for this, not for the iced toes though. Let's see the mess hall. Okay, maybe Subaru was right. This looks a lot like a food court. They have a coffee machine. Yeah, it is like a food plaza, right? I need a break after that battle. The API may have abandoned ship, but the ones they left behind put up a fight. Checking out the news to see what propaganda the API will use to hide this loss of theirs, huh? Yeah, these mess halls, a lot comfier than eating on the floor on the Leviathan. This ship sure is spacious, but I miss the coziness of the Leviathan. They have some dorms down there. Crew deck secure! This is the observation deck. I have seen a lot in my time, and I must say this ship is a beauty. It's the floor of Leviathan. Oh, that's Lauren right there. Probably one of my favorite characters in this game. I still love her sprite a lot. Actually stealing an API ship? I never thought you and Sean would do or would get this far. I love it. So where to? New Rhomu? Now that's my kind of place. It's got character. Actually, I'm thinking on going back to how is it called? Areanu? Areanu, yeah. I'm thinking about going back to Areanu so I can check on the side quest in a little bit before actually heading to the next mission. An encyclopedia of the Zeveni system planets. Areanu, a world of perpetual. Areanu, a world of perpetual twilight ruled by the megacorps. The agency. Rhomu, a planet wrecked by nuclear war where the survivors live in underground caverns. And Nulu, a tropical paradise where life and death live together in harmony. What? Life and death? So we can have lots of ghosts in there like we thought last time. The current speed is 19.5. Is that Celsius? That's not speed, right? October. Hi October, tell us about the future. How is it going to be like in there? I sneaked on board in the commotion. I hope you don't mind. I can help you out in battle if you need my magical prowess. Okay. Interesting name right there. Actually, October is one of my favorite months in the year. I love October, September, June. I spent so long working under the sea that I would never appreciated, or I had never appreciated, I spent so long working under the sea that I had never appreciated the stars above until now. You can't see the stars under the sea, right? I mean, it's probably going to be very hard. Let's go check the dorms. What a trip, fighting the API, taking their ship. I need some sleep. Today I was feeling sleepy, by the way. It's because I slept a lot. You know when you sleep and then you wake up early and then you kind of go back to sleep and sleep even more? I was feeling super sleepy during the afternoon. I'm also kind of going to bed earlier than normal. And then that's why I'm waking up early actually. For example, today I woke up at 6 a.m. But then I decided to sleep more and then I woke up at 10 a.m. I used to be pretty good at space billiards back at the academy. Oh, that's Dave right there. Hey Alyssa, I guess we have a ride now, huh? The ship's not so bad, I suppose this rec room is adequate. The drinks could be stronger, but I suppose it will get us from point A to B. We are going back to Rhomu, right? Not now. On the ground this time? Good. More people and technology, less mutant frogs and angry pants. Fine, beverages were hard to come by at the Leviathan, but boy did the API leave this place packed. Care for something? My first order of business on a new ship, or on any new ship, is in the check. Wait. Man, my reading today has been so bad. My first order of business on any new ship is to check the rec room. This arcade unit looks ancient. I wonder if it's Dave's. No one is using the jet disk table at the moment. Okay, so we can now head to the last floor of the ship, right? I heard you took down a giant mech suit here to secure this deck, is that true? Security drone initiated, scanning deck. The shuttle is just past here. It's actually being fairly quiet here after we cleared out the API agents. Who is this guy? Masamune? I can hardly believe all the great stuff those API worms left behind. What a great catch, this ship. Say, if you need a hike in your physical stats, take me on as your support guy. I won't disappoint. Taking stock of the new weapons and items we have taken from the API, not bad. What is this right here? Nice of the API to leave their shuttle behind. No other way to land on the Zivani planet's inconspicuously. I can't say that! Inconspicuously. Conspicuously. There we go. Conspicuously. I can't. I can say the normal one though. Conspicuously. Inconspicuously. No, I can't. I don't know why adding in before it ruins the whole word. Conspicuously. Wait, conspicuously, inconspicuously. There we go, I did it. Never saying that word again in my life, please. Jesus. This actually reminds me a little bit of Ord. Ord, the game we were playing before this one, had a lot of words that I had to like search for their meanings because they were such a unusual word, you know? My computer is reacting, so let me wait a little bit. computer. Yeah, I'm still waiting. Maybe now? Okay. The ship's servers are functional, untouched even. I guess when the fighting started, the IT department fled first.